To be honest, I have not, from my recollection, tested out the BBL.
Yo, I have one more question.
Talk to me.
Bro, why did you guys used to rock your hat like this? And when did that stop? And how did it start? And
This guy's doing the TI fitted off the side.
My hairline's gonna be like down here on my forehead. They'll be like, yo, you did too much, man.
made people think that I'm old and washed up.
All a Drake.
I didn't want to bring it up still. But you know, if we're talking about plastic surgery and stuff, like we have to do it.
No, don't do
Oh,
that,
you're not
bro.
talking about that? You go, mans are in full-blown wigs and beards, bro.
Yeah.
What is this, second episode of the year? We can't afford any more ops. I just had an epiphany, man. And listen, hip hop, don't get mad at me. Is 6ix9ine right now top 3 rapper in the game?
Nah, relax.
Bro, these guys are supposed to be hip hop, quote unquote, legends, bro. And you're telling me they can't get a studio?
We love hip hop.
I was telling Jake the other day, in regards to the back of the laptop, it kind of feels kind of kiddie after a while, bro. Like you just got all this random stickers all over. And salute to everybody who gave me the stickers, but like when it's just all over the place, it's like, what are you, 17?
It is a bit juvenile, but it's also cartoonish in a creative way. Like whenever it reveals something about you. Sometimes you'll see someone with like all these stickers on their laptop and you're like, wow, this represents this individual, you know?
Yeah, I felt like it was like hip hop, like graffiti looking. But I was like, after a while, I was like, this looks a little crazy, bro.
You put stickers on your laptop?
Water there.
Nah, I like to keep it clean still. Like, but even with my phones, like I don't use no case or anything. Like I just like the nice, clean aesthetic, like minimalist, you know. So that's
no case is crazy.
It's a little bit risky. I've been doing it for a while, the no case.
Jeez.
And I've dropped the phone a couple of times, but iPhone actually started making their phones better. Because you could I've dropped this probably not mad times, but enough where like if it was an older iPhone, that shit would have moshed. You know what I'm saying?
I don't care how, you know, advanced the iPhone makes their like protection thing, because the OtterBox days, y'all remember the OtterBox cases?
Those are indestructible.
You could throw that off a building.
OtterBox case? What is that again?
It was just like a brand of phone cases, and they were known for durability.
How do you
had
spell
like
that?
three levels of like protection, basically, because it had like the rubber that you put over the phone. Then it had like the plastic thing, and then the extra.
Before, Jake? Oh,
yeah.
But they even used to have them for like Samsung, BlackBerry, like and there used to be this finesse where like you would order it online and then say you didn't get it, and then you would get 2. I remember. I don't know. Comment if you remember that flex, because man, used to be like, "Yo, I just got a free OtterBox. You just tell them you didn't get it."
Yo, there's a flex for everything, bro.
Yeah. Okay, I got a pre-topic for us here. And I don't know about how much of a flex this is going to be. Dead body BBLs is how I have it titled, okay? I'm going to pull this up on the screen. This is courtesy of Remo. Big salute to Remo. Says, New York plastic surgeon is facing backlash after using purified fat from dead bodies for cosmetics procedures, including BBLs. The product's called A.W.O.L, and it's made from sterile fat harvested from cadavers. How do you feel about that? Purified fat.
We're very excited about this, particularly because our patients are sometimes very thin or maybe have already had liposuction. A.W.O.L is cadaveric fat, so it's fat that has been donated from a person who passed away, and then it has been cleaned of any genetic material and then placed into a syringe. So it's sort of off-the-shelf fat. You can use it in any part of the body. It is going to be approved for the face, but right now it's just for the body. When it's injected into the body's own fat cells sort of hug the cadaveric fat cells. And about 75 to 100% of the cadaveric fat cells survive. Many of us in New York City are very excited about this, particularly because our patients are sometimes very thin.
So, yeah, that's happening in the world right now. They want the BBL so bad that they're going to put dead body fat into their body.
What's the problem?
So okay. Let's bring a scenario. You find out that the girl that you're smashing who has a BBL has dead body fat in her BBL. You're still going through?
okay, when you get your license, right, and it comes in the mail, don't you get something that says, in case of death, do you want to give your body up for scientific purposes?
For a BBL?
So I mean, like, okay, if mans are getting hearts, organ, liver, all the next thing, like, what's wrong with fat? You know what I mean? Like, you're preserving the human body even further than you know?
Yeah, and I don't think you can really make an ethical argument against it. One, they removed the genetic material. It seems like it's pretty safe and sanitary. And as long as it's safe, I guess you can't really say anything bad about it. Is it a little weird? Yeah, but it's probably something you wouldn't notice. Like, imagine like a girl with a nice BBLs on you and you're like, ew, you have fat from dead people. Like, don't touch me.
Not like that, but aren't you looking at her like, that's what you did? Like, you really did. You wanted the BBL that bad that you took a dead body's BBL or dead body's fat for it?
It does reveal some sort of insecurity.
Yes.
And maybe it's like an overall character trait that you should watch out for.
Yeah, you're a little extreme.
But what's the difference between that and like any other BBL procedure?
I guess they don't use clarified, purified fat.
I think they use your own fat for the BBL. So what was it? It's
like a lipos, like they take from your stomach and then they put it there.
What does BBL stand for again?
Brazilian butt lift.
Brazilian butt lift. So aren't they just using your own fat and lifting your own shit?
I think that's what they do. I think.
Yeah, but I mean, like, wouldn't that reveal a certain insecurity? Like, wouldn't that be the same insecurity? Like, I feel like
yes,
if you're getting a BBL and you could kind of get like the refurbished. You know what I mean?
Refurbished BBL.
No, I hear what you're saying. It's the same principle. Like, you still want to have a bigger ass, whether it's you're using this purified fat or not.
BBL is now just the thing that's happened over the last, let's say, 10 years. Before, women were getting butt shots. Okay, and some of them butt shots were like done in some basements in Brooklyn or the Bronx or whatever, and they were putting cement in girls' asses and shit like that. There's been some serious like botchery, like butts gone wrong when you see some of them butt shots from back in the days. Like, BBLs go wrong too, but the injections went crazy.
Yeah.
Who do you think started the BBL trend? Like, why is it that it's almost normalized at this point?
I think it started with the Kardashians, or they made it super popular. But who started encouraging the big butt is J.Lo.
Really?
In my opinion.
You think she was like the first major celebrity where her butt was the brand?
It was the focal point. Yes. Yes. The J.Lo butt was like, yo.
There wasn't no black things back then that had a big ass. And that.
Yes, but because she was light bright, you know, Latina woman with the big ass, and Latina women have big asses too, but like, she was just super famous, right?
I think it was more impressive because maybe it was common that you would see like black women with big booties, but like, oh, here's this like Latina girl with a big booty. It's almost like.
That's fair, because I remember in the media they would prefer like the slender, like the super slim, basically like the eating disorder things. You know what I mean? So like,
bro, back in the days, some of these guys back in Montreal, like the old school guys, they'd be like, yo, her butt has to be like this, bro.
Like small?
Like, yeah, fam. Like, when girls had fat asses, they're like, yo, ew, you're fat, bro. Yo, you're fat.
But I always felt like that was racialized, because it was just like, oh, like, we want like some petite girl. They would be like, we want thin lips. We want literally the opposite of what's trending now, you know?
They had like the 80s, I guess all the way to like the early 90s, like the prototype that you see in the beer commercials. The girls with the bikinis, they would have these huge tits. So they got the tit implants, but they would have like waist like small as hell, fam.
That's a little weird, bro.
You don't remember, like, actually, guys, it was before your time, right?
No,
but
even like Pamela Anderson, for example, like she had that kind of blonde bimbo look.
Yeah. Super small waist, but the big titties on top. They look like a freaking triangle.
That's a P shape.
Yeah, bro. It was weird, fam. And then, because J.Lo, she came in the late 90s. Or sorry,
like early 2000s, late 90s.
No.
Mid 90s?
When did In Living Color run?
Yeah, she was an actress initially, right?
She was a dancer.
Then actress.
But
I still think that ultra rich men prefer either more natural looking women or slimmer women. Like it's kind of like if you're like a multimillionaire and you pull up with some BBL bandit, like it's gonna kind of look weird on you.
Yes.
You're gonna look like either like a super trick or like you're gonna get less respect.
Is it like that? Because there was this pastor the other day, he got into problems because his wife was wearing like a really revealing like an outfit. I think his name is Pastor Brian. I'm not sure. Okay, comment gang, scroll and let me know in the comments. But like she had like one of those see-through type of looking things, but it was nude color. It wasn't see-through. It was nude color. And he got a lot of backlash. But then like he, you know, talked to the congregation and he was like, yo, y'all don't got what I got. You know what I'm saying? But the way that she looked, like people are arguing like, yo, I ain't got no problem with it. This is the standard these days. So like going back to what you're saying with the BBLs, like before, let's say maybe 5-6 years ago, you come in with a BBL bandit and it's like, the hell, bro, you're not professional. Now there's such the norm, it might be everywhere.
I think with what you're saying, their wife is more so that archetype, the slim, I guess, a girl next door.
Yeah.
But then they go and they like, I guess they have like their sightings, like their mistresses to be like the more exotic, like the foreigns, you know? Like,
yeah, no, you're right.
So have you guys tried BBLs before?
What do you mean try like had a girl with a BBL?
Yeah, because
yes,
to be honest, I have not, from my recollection, tested out the BBL.
I dated 2 girls with BBLs.
Really?
How does that feel, fam? Break it down.
I mean, it just feels like an ass. The first girl, I didn't take this in. So she was mixed, right? So I just assumed her ass was big naturally. You know what I'm saying? And she had already got it done before.
Yeah, from time.
And then she told me, I think she had 2, bro. Because like what happens is she got 2 procedures. Because what happens is like you do your first round, liposuction, and then BBL. And then what happens is a lot of these girls get fat again. And then you do another lipo. And then, you know what I'm saying? It becomes even more enhanced.
Yeah.
But it was fine. Like the skin felt good. You know,
did it feel like a regular ass?
No, like a regular ass, you're gonna feel more of the consistency of like, I guess like, I don't want to say looser skin, but just normal elasticity. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Whereas for the BBLs, the elasticity is like it's tighter. It's like it's little
like a basketball.
I wouldn't say it's like a basketball Friday, but
no, like I need like an inanimate object as a comparison. Is it like a
bowling ball?
Not a bowling ball, like a balloon?
No.
Balloon would be more like a real ass. Because like balloons, you can squish them.
It's a little more. Yeah, a real ass is more squishy.
Yes.
I would say BBLs are more firm.
I'm sorry, audience. Like I'm intrigued by this. Like I need information.
And then the second girl I dated with a BBL, she got the BBL while we were dating.
Okay, so you got to feel the pre-BBL
and then after. Yeah.
How much did you put any bread towards that?
Absolutely not.
How much was that procedure?
I want to say like, cause she did it in Turkey actually.
Okay.
I'm so intrigued right now, bro.
I think she spent like four bands US, but then she also got her teeth done. So like she just did like
4 bands US is like 6 bands Canadian.
Something like that. And like they like put you in like a hotel room and they feed you and stuff. And then she got her teeth done as well. So she spent like, she spent a good amount of money.
So she wasn't cheese that like you didn't put no bread towards that?
Maybe there's a next man funny and I just don't know. You know what I'm saying?
Now I got more questions, and we have to get back to the BBL part. But how long did you continue to bop her after you didn't put any money down on the BBL? Like how many months did it last after?
We dated for like a couple years after that.
For real?
Okay. Like it
was.
Yeah, like she never asked me to like pitch in. You know, she was set on it because I was like, you know, like as if you really love a girl, you're like, yo, just stay the way you are. Like you already know the perception of BBLs. Yo, like don't you're fine the way you are, baby. I love you. I'm your man. I think you're fine.
Did she look better after?
Yeah, low key. Like her ass looked better, her teeth looked better, but like, yeah, what it did was it carved her body, but eventually what happens is
fat again.
She gained a little weight. So what happens? Her stomach stayed flat, but she widened. You know what I'm saying? So now you got a wider kind of situation. Unless you're in the gym constantly right after and like you do that recovery, you're gonna gain the weight back and you're probably gonna get a second one.
Damn.
That's right. I don't like BBLs at all. Still.
Yeah, natural.
Really,
I need to hear some of your stories.
No, my name is Natural, bro. I like my girl them natural, fam. Like
natural.
And like I've dealt with enough shotties that have like great figures, blessed, like nice asses and shit. But but now that I think of it, there's a couple that I'm like, okay, maybe they've had like the Shansia looking thing, like maybe, but she's also like from the Caribbean, like St. Vincent, you know what I mean? So like,
so the chances of the BBL is low.
Yeah, it could be, you know what I mean? Like, because they have like the real food out there, so their bodies are more set.
Some red fruit.
But what I notice is a lot of girls, even when they have an ass, will still want a BBL. Like girls who have nice lips that still want lip filler. It's almost just like a rite of passage for women at this point. It's kind of like, I don't know.
It's a certain type of woman though. I don't think most women are trying to get BBLs.
I think it's almost at like 50%, bro. Or like maybe not BBLs, but they want to do some sort of cosmetic procedure.
Okay, that's fair. Because I was even dating this one girl. She was like a little bit taller than me, but she was super slim, like. So when I'd go on road with her, I'd feel like she's like a little model or whatever, right? But she had no breasts still, She had no breasts, you know what I mean? Like she's that slim, but like she wanted to get the breast surgery, you know what I mean? And I'm like, yo, your face card is already like proper. Like you don't need that, like, but she was like dead set on it, you know what I mean? So I think you're kind of right in the sense of like, most women, they do have something that they do want to change, whether it be like...
And they don't be trying to hear that shit when we're like, don't worry, baby, you're perfect the way you are. Like in their brain, they're like, shut the fuck up, bro. I'm gonna go get my shit done.
Yeah, but I feel like as men, like we have certain, I guess, beauty procedures that we like. Most dudes will have a 1-2 tattoo eventually.
That's not a beauty procedure, though.
It is technically like a cosmetic aesthetic procedure.
It's not surgery, though. We're talking about surgery.
It's not surgery. It's not surgery.
About surgery.
You don't need aftercare for the tattoo.
I hear you.
Go lay up for a week.
What I'm saying is that it's like a rite of passage for the aesthetic, for the male aesthetic. And I feel like we're starting to see that with women where either lip fillers is, I think, like the rite of passage for them.
Or Botox.
That's like a little.
I think that's
older.
Completely different, though. Like a tattoo is like, you're not doing a procedure, you know what I mean? Not going under the knife. There's no anesthesia, you know what I mean? Like
it's not surgical in that sense, but it's still like a foreign enhancement. You know
it's a cosmetic thing.
If that's the case, then why are man's going to the barber?
That's more like I say like taking care of yourself kind of thing. But it's still beauty enhancing your aesthetics. Yeah, even they'll say growing your beard is like makeup for men. Like
what?
Some girls be saying that.
Now certain mans, when they take away the beard, they look crazy still.
Yeah. Yo. Okay.
But no, like a barber, that's like, I feel like tattooing and like getting a haircut is totally different in terms of like aesthetic.
You think so? Because I have tattoos, but like I have like one on my neck, and then most of them are just on my left arm, you know what I mean? So like I don't think that's like a super beauty enhancement, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I gotta agree with that too, because I'm covered. Nobody can see any of them. Maybe you can see like a little bit peeking out from my wrist, but like I have tattoos all over and nobody's seeing them.
Sometimes they see, like certain times you want girls to see them, no?
Yes, back when I first started getting them, but then after a while, it's like they're just on you.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Where like a procedure, you gotta like the lip procedure, like they gotta keep on doing it over and over and over again.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like the lips, they thin out after a while.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah,
but I do feel like even historically, like getting a tattoo is supposed to signal something to not just like your community, but also like the opposite sex. Like usually in like tribal cultures, it meant like, okay, this guy's ready to be an adult. He's an adult now. He's able to like have these responsibilities, able to have kids.
Yeah.
That's why they would do it. You
and
know?
What tribal culture were the women getting BBLs and lip fillers?
The Caucasian tribe. I wonder who started. I guess Brazilians started it.
No, I doubt it.
It's called the Brazilian butt lift.
I know, but for some reason, I feel like Brazilians got nothing to do with it. Actually, you know what? They might, because they do a lot of plastic surgery over there too.
But who knows who started, who brought it there? Like it probably didn't probably just wake up like and do it.
Somebody from Miami or something, some Cuban from Miami. But enough plastic surgery talk here. All right, salute to all the ladies out there with the dead body BBLs.
Yo, I have one more question.
Talk to me.
Bro, why did you guys used to rock your hat like this? And when did that stop? And how did it start? And
this guy's doing the TI fitted off the side. That's jokes.
Bro, this man would leave their house like this and rock this the whole day.
That's swag, bro.
How?
Fam, because
I look crazy right now. Look.
Okay, now in 2025, it looks a little crazy. 2026,
yeah.
Right? It looks a little crazy. But back in the days, fam, here's the thing with hip hop, right? And I feel like I don't need to explain this to you. We ain't gonna just wear the shit exactly like how it's supposed to be worn. So we're gonna add a little flair to it. Mind you, not everybody did that. That was more a T.I. thing, and then some people that were trying to bite T.I. style.
So you think Drizzy was biting T.I. style?
Yeah.
I seen Neo doing it in a video. Like the man had the some, you know those
the fedora?
The fedora hanging. I'm like, holy smoly, bro.
He's trying to add some swag to it. Like I could do it too. I could, you know what I'm saying?
Crazy.
But like I don't got a good fade right now.
You know what I think it
won't.
also is? Like I feel like because a lot of those rappers were like bald or like they had very short haircuts. So maybe it was a way to like offset that. I don't know.
A lot of rappers, low key, until these days and times where plastic surgery is a thing, have male pattern baldness.
Yeah.
Probably. You know what I'm saying?
Definitely. Or even the NBA players back in the day. Jordan was bald since he was young. They kind of made being bald cool. I kind of rated it, you know? We need more bald representation now.
Now Tory Lanez made it cool to go get the hair transplant. There you go. So at least for on the men's side, there are things that we're doing too. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Okay. And I promise, last thing before we get into the podcast. You're good right now. You got the woolly mane going on. So
natural, stay out of this conversation.
Right? Would you consider a hair transplant? I can add myself to this conversation too because my edges are rough when I don't have a fade. You know what I'm saying?
Well, 100%. I've considered it many times. I've I actually won a free hair transplant from Cringe Kev in 6 Buzz.
Isn't it back at your home, fam?
What? Turkey?
You're gonna go back to the crib, fam.
Well, no. Okay, so the one I won is in Toronto. It's at Young and Bloor. It's like, you know? So there's that. And then there's going to Turkey where we know personally Bear doctors. And like, bro, I think about it. I do think about it. But like a part of me just like, I like the confidence that I have just being bald sometimes. And like, I think it says more if you just hold down the baldness. You know what I'm saying? What do you guys think? Like, are you judging a dude if he gets a hair transplant?
No, because when I do have the racks, I'm not going to say when.
So you're going to do one?
Yes.
Jeez. Your friend is going to pop out with hair longer than mine, bro.
Yo, fam, my hairline's going to be like down here in my forehead and shit. They'll be like, yo, you did too much, fam. Push it back up a little bit. But I'm going to get my hairline back, bro.
It does a lot to enhance your appearance. And like, I would like the option of having hair, even if like, you know, I'd still shave it or whatever. Like sometimes I look back at my old pictures and I'm like, yo, this would be sick with like me today, who I am today.
Imagine Czar popping out with the afro, fam.
Okay, it wouldn't be an afro.
Or at least a little curly
like
fro.
One of those Euro cuts, you know, like with the taper and like.
One day I'm gonna get my hairline back. One day, y'all hear that? Y'all hear the audience? When I get my racks up, y'all gonna see me.
This guy's talking shit now. Keep talking, bro. Keep talking.
It'll happen to you too. No, okay.
Natural's looking in the mirror one day. Wait a minute. Why is the back of my hey?
Nah, you actually bagged that I had like a couple grays. You know, like I didn't really bag it. So like Shorty was doing my hair or whatever. And then I'm like, yo, I've been pulling up this whole you didn't show me that I have some grays back there. And then she's just like, oh, I just thought you do, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, nah, you gotta. I was frightened when I seen that shit, bro.
Would you ever dye your beard? If it got white. I see them doing that.
Nah,
Nelson Blue?
I tried it for a second. Like during this last couple of years. So it wasn't like years ago, like during the podcast time, okay, audience? Like I did it.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
I just couldn't keep up with it, fam. I went through one box and I was just like, I ain't gonna go buy another box, bro.
Yeah, that's a lot.
And I'm there in the mirror, like putting the shit, like like it's a brush.
It's like a glue almost, right?
I'm like, what am I doing?
The shoe polish, rather put the shoe polish.
Just let the shit grow.
But when you did dye your beard, did you feel more confident because you didn't see the grays anymore or younger?
I feel like you know what, low key, I felt a little crazy, fam.
Like cringy almost.
Ice, when Ice was doing it, like bro, anytime the camera would pan to him, he looked insane, bro.
Who? Ice?
Ice from the Joe Budden podcast.
Oh, that Ice.
Yeah, when he was doing it, fam, I'm like, brother.
He went too dark with it.
Yeah, he went way too crazy with it still. Like,
and the thing is, like, with somebody like Ice or like the other guys like Khaled and all those guys, you never not see it except for the pandemic time, right?
Yeah.
But like Ice, you seen him with like the super salt and pepper, and then one day he's sitting on the couch and it's jet black. It's like you gotta kind of see, like you guys right now, it's your beards are black.
I have a couple whites.
You gotta, but you have time now to start, if you want to, transitioning a little bit of the beard dyeing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but like, if I want to be a silver fox.
That's what literally.
Yes. If you want to be a silver fox, cool. But if you don't, you gotta kind of start tracking it from now so that it never changes.
My barber used to try to put that shit out. I'd be like, yo, what are you doing, bro?
Yeah.
Because like, even because before my beard would connect or whatever, he'd try to do that to make it connect.
Filler, right?
But
I hate when they do that.
But it looks weird. Like, it looks like something would look off or whatever. It wouldn't look right.
The spray?
Yeah, on the beard. It's like, fam, like,
I'm like, bro, I'm gonna shower and it's gonna leave.
Like I'm a young man. Like, I'm growing. Like, it's fine, broski. Like, it's fine.
Fuck the shower. If it gets too hot, it's gonna start dripping.
You stay at a shorty's crib. You know what I mean? Or even if you go to the club, like you're sweating black. It's like, fam, like, what's going on, brother?
That's not a good look.
When I had hair, but it was thinning, like they had that same thing. It's like it's almost like little hair particles. They look like hair follicles, and like it makes your hair look fuller.
Hair in a can.
I felt literally, and I felt crazy. And I feel like even bringing this back to like the BBL convo, like I feel like certain procedures for men kind of go against masculinity. Like even when you're dyeing your beard, like you're saying you feel weird. You know what I'm saying?
I feel weird.
And I feel like in general, people would rate you more if you're just like, yo, just embrace like the silver or whatever it is.
Yes, but I swear we're going to start the pod.
Yeah.
I'm judgmental a little bit because I look at Khaled and Diddy and different bands like, yo, your beard, Rick Ross, like they ain't no way your beard's that black, fam.
Damn, I never even thought about that.
You're 50. These men are not 40. They're 50, bro. Yeah. Diddy, you could see it after he went through this trial, right? It's completely white. You feel me? But like, you're looking at these men that are in their late 40s, 50 Cent. All these guys, you're telling me their beards they're not jet black, fam.
Yeah, but I feel like they have a pressure to upkeep an image because it's tied to their income. So maybe they feel like they have to in order to stay relevant. They're like, yo, if I start showing too much grays, like it might make people think that I'm old and washed up.
All a Drake.
I didn't want to bring it up still. But you know, if we're talking about plastic surgery and stuff, like we have to do it.
No. Don't do
Oh, you're not talking about that?
No, I'm talking about the beard, bro.
Wait, you don't think he got any? You don't think he got no surgery?
No.
That's my man, and I'm standing by him.
No, bro. I'm just thinking about the man just leaning towards the screen, like, say I got a BBL. Go for it. Go say I got a BBL.
No, not BBL. What if it was the ab etching?
I don't know. That's kind of crazy. That's a crazy allegation to put on a man, fam.
Yeah, I don't know who made that up.
The doctor himself. What do you mean who made that up? The doctor said, like, at least based on my recollection, I could be wrong. This could be a dusty moment.
Okay, still. I was about to say, what?
This could be, but I swear the doctor came out and said, yeah, I did Drake's abs, blah, blah, blah. But, you know, you could have been trolling, you know?
But yeah.
Okay, let's say, like, he embraced, he's like, yeah, I got my abs etched. Like, people would clown him for that.
Yes, they're going to make him, they're going to...
No, they won't, bro. Well,
what?
some
he's going to be Bandman Kevo.
Okay, yo, Kanye said he got liposuction.
And Kanye's a local.
What he said at the time as a rating him. They're like, oh, that's what we rate. Yeah, he's so what's the word I'm looking for?
Like,
not expressive, but like vulnerable type shit.
Vulnerable.
The Ye fans were saying that.
But the reason I think people rated it when Kanye admitted it was because he admitted it like almost like in an ashamed way. It's like, I got it because I felt the pressure of the Kardashians.
Yeah, that's true.
So
it
was like complaining about it in a way. He wasn't like, yo, guys, check out my new lipo. Check out, yo, flat tummy.
He wasn't doing the duck lips and the selfies. But yo, have times gotten too good? Hold on, okay, last question. Has times gotten too good? You know what I mean? Because mans are out here, I'm not saying Drake, but there are mans like Bandman Kevo doing the ab plastic surgery. Drake has been confirmed to have do with the nail polish. It's confirmed.
We see it.
You know what I mean? Like, so
I don't have to hit the sound effect.
So you think our time's too good?
You know what? Have times gotten too good? Like, mans are out here like living their best life, broski. Like, you go, mans are in full blown wigs and beards, bro.
Yeah.
Maybe we went a little bit too off the edge.
So I feel like we don't really have nothing to fight for, so we're just fighting for anything now. It's like, oh yeah, I have to. Let me wear the heels. How come I can't wear the heels? It's like, broski, like, this is the hill you want to die on right now, broski.
Yo, well, what I heard
was... these are the hills you want to die on?
No, that was good. That was good. I'll acknowledge that. It's a moment of silence for that. No, but I seen this one Facebook reel, and the girl was saying that, you know how we think women are just attracted to masculinity, but they are also attracted to femininity.
Cap.
Right? You don't think so? Because think about jewelry, ice, you know what I'm saying? Certain things like that are like materialistic and stuff that men will have that will attract women.
Yeah.
I feel like some of the dudes that be getting a nail polish, like some of the gal them be geeking over that. I know maybe not all of them, but I feel like they must be doing it for a reason. Like, as a man, why do you have all these rings? That is a feminine thing, but it's to attract that feminine essence. Like,
but it also is a signification of money. So the girl who's like, yeah, I like that masculine ass man, they're just like, I like that guy with all the money. I hope he spends some on me.
Okay, how about long
jewelry?
hair?
I think for the jewelry that applies, but I don't think for the nail polish, I do think it does attract a certain kind of girl.
Yeah.
But even four corners, because I see him, like, the man does nail polish all the time, and like, I don't think there's anything wrong with it personally, but I'm just like, okay, when I'm 50.
I don't think he's 50, but keep going.
My bad.
Wait, how old is he?
He's in his late 40s, but yeah.
Okay, that's still like, might be even worse.
You know what I mean? Like, but I'm thinking like, doing nail polish at that big age is just like, what is it an artistic expression? Is it like, I just wonder like, what's the thought behind it? And like, man didn't start doing it until it got trendy. So like, did you just only want to start expressing yourself in this way, or is it because Drake did it and Yachty did it?
Okay. I think I don't even answer that. Don't even answer that question.
I was about to go in.
Let's start the podcast. Let's talk about some hip hop. What is this, second episode of the year? We can't afford any more ops.
Mix up.
As you know, you grew up 80s, 90s. A lot of the rock bands, they were dressing androgynously.
Yes.
They looked like girls. They were wearing the tightest. They would wear like tightest pants, and like their hair was long. They'd wear makeup, and these guys were bagging gal. So I feel like that also might tie into like
some
using femininity to attract women.
Yes. But that's a whole other conversation that we'll save for another podcast. What are we, like 35 minutes in?
Holy.
Let's get it popping. Let's check in with the voice.
Jeez.
Big Super smirk, man.
I actually really like J. Cole's verse on that. J. Cole's supposed to be dropping something tonight. Well, when this episode drops.
No way.
Apparently, though, that's what Millie Mall was saying. So,
I wonder if he's gonna talk about how he messed up.
Who, Cole?
Yeah.
He's gonna have to, but
we can, but we'll get into it. But let's get into it. We are Box, the world's most smoked out podcast. We love hip hop. I'm your host of the most toast, Friday Ricky Dread, aka Voice of the Streets, aka 100 Blunts to the Head, aka we out here, man. We over here. We love hip hop studios. Episode 647. We got back in the building. The Turkish Thrill, the one that's out there getting the dance floors moving, all right? You might see him making some high premium content.
All right.
You might see him at your wedding reception playing some of the best requests out there. All right? You might get into a Bengali freaking playlist. You never know. DJ Czar in the motherfucking building.
Yes, sir. DJ Czar, a.k.a. Burrow Sound, a.k.a. Young Shawarma, a.k.a. Cheeseburger, a.k.a. George, a.k.a. Zarly Kirk, a.k.a. the Turkish Thrill. Back at it like a crack addict.
Yes,
what do you guys see?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I like Curious George.
I don't know about Curious George. That sounds like a little bit of
call me a monkey. Hey, yo, chill.
Chill. And we also have the shit disturber himself. You might see him making wrap-ups that get the whole city not as crazy as other people, actually. You might see him out here taking your girl if you don't keep your eyes open.
Swipe for no swiping. Swipe for no swiping.
Right? You might see him outside with only natural things, no BBL bandits.
Jeez.
DJ Natural Wave in the motherfucking building. Let's go, man.
Hide your shotty, hide your wife, hide your daughter if she's over 21 still. She's over, you know those ones?
21.
I'm 30, you know what I mean? So like, even when like I go to the club and I see like the 19-year-olds and stuff, I'm like, yo, damn, like they be looking like babies, bro. So, you know, like they be looking like
might be a sign, bro.
Give them 2 more years, you're saying.
Yeah, I love it, you know, like give them a little time to season up, marinate a little bit, you know.
At that point, you might not be in the club no more, fam. You might be like, yo, bro, I'm getting too old for this shit.
I won't be in the club. I'll still catching them on the ones.
Yeah, well, you'll be in there. You'll be in there DJing, you know what I'm saying?
Aye.
But before we get into anything, let me just give a quick salute to the sponsors. I'm just trying to find my script over here. Starting with Exotic Hot Pot script coming up right now. Exotic Hot Pot, Canada's loudest brand, from high-grade strain to authentic grabber and all the rolling essentials. Exotic Hot Pot is about elevating your smoking sessions in true 5-star fashion. All right, they got delivery of that in the GTA. Hit them up on their Instagram page. That's Exotic Hot Pot. And you could also find them on their website, exotichotpot.ca. Also, I want to give a salute to Road Ready Detailing. That's over at 750 Oakdale Road, Unit 66. You can get your cars detailed. You can get tints, wraps. There's a tint special going on right now. I think it's a $99 tint special that's going on right now. Okay, so go and get that like as before they decide, you know what, we gave away too many tint specials, you know what I'm saying? Also, you can get ceramic wraps, and they do like a whole bunch of different things, stickers, t-shirts, anything you need, okay? Well, one-stop shop. All right, that's 750 Oakdale Road, Unit 66, like I said, and you can find them on Instagram, Toronto Road Ready Detailing. Last but not least, I got some of that grabber, Canada grabber on the table from Grabber, okay? Grabber has the shakers. That's what it is. They got the shakers as well as the grabber leaves. Right now, when I'm at home, I'm not even using the shaker. I'm opening like the leaves. You know what I'm saying?
You're doing a classic.
Yeah. Sometimes I like my grabber a little bit better like that than the shakes. You know what I'm saying? But the shakers are also all with fire. So hit them up on their Instagram page. That's Grabber, and let them know that the We Love Hip Hop boys sent you.
I know this one shawty that she only likes to leave. I'm like, you rough.
Yeah.
You're a little too rough for me still.
I feel like the shaker is like a new innovation in the grabber game.
Yes. There's, and I think it might be even more of a Toronto thing. I started seeing man's really getting serious with the grabber over here.
Yeah. I did New York as well.
Yeah. When you mention it in other places, people are like, what the hell is that? You know what I'm saying? But salute to the sponsors. Gentlemen, I think we've done enough pleasantries and pre-podding. One thing I wanted to clean up is the Venezuela conversation that we had the other day. I think we had it very irresponsible. We were all over the place. I said, and I'm putting myself accountable too. Like, I was like, yeah, I think there's a war going on over there and stuff like that. No, they just went in and snatched up the president. I don't know if there's a war.
I said that basically there was an election that happened.
You're right.
And
refused to leave.
Exactly. At least that's the narrative that has been out there.
Yes.
So like, in the sense of a war, I'm not sure if there's a war, but I did hear that like Venezuela was talking about how they wanted to invade Guyana or something like that.
Yes.
Because Guyana's right beside. So I'm not sure if that's like what you said was completely wrong.
Yes.
But there was like tensions boiling over.
And I feel like we're painting it in a way where it's like America went in there and bullied them up and whatever. Like, a lot of people are happy that president is gone.
No, that's what I think that's what I was saying. Yeah. But I think Zara was just giving the other perspective of like, oh, they're going there for like devious purposes, which is true.
Yeah, I was just trying to draw parallels to other U.S. invasions and the narratives that were painted around those invasions, whether it's Iraq, Libya, Syria, you know, and the imagery that we're shown after. So we see Venezuelans celebrating. There's a whole other side of the algorithm that are like, yo, not a lot of Venezuelans are not happy that America's here.
Yeah.
You're just not hearing from them.
Yeah.
But once again, we're not a geopolitical pod, you know, so maybe we could have done a bit more research, or even myself, I could have done a little more research. So I could have been a little more.
I'd random writing for me in the comments, Foz.
Yeah, that one guy. He's like, tell Czar not to speak about things he doesn't know. And I was like, valid. You know what I'm saying?
I will say this also, though, with the way that they went and took dude out. And there was other like people, political pundits that were saying like, so what? You could just go in there and because you don't like what this guy's doing, you think you could just call him a threat and just go take him. Like, what about Putin? What about the Kim Jong-un and all these different guys who are threats? And you're not just going and taking them out.
I think that's the Democratic side trying to push that narrative. Because like, didn't Obama go into Libya? Like, they didn't bring mans back alive or anything. Like, they went there and like they smoked mans, and that was like the Democratic parties doing it, you know. So I feel like now because the Republicans doing it, they're trying to find an angle to make it seem like more heinous or more like worse than like other times it's happened.
Yeah, well, I do also understand the other side of the coin though. Like, yeah, you went and took out the Venezuelan guy because he's a problem. But you're shaking hands with Putin. He's a problem too. And he's waging war on a whole other country.
Yeah, I think like two things could be true. Like maybe the Venezuelan guy was a problem and they want to benefit from the oil exchange, right? So maybe there has to be something in it for them too. They're not doing anything for just purely moral reasons, you know? But it's interesting that America is one of the countries that the whole world looks at for responsibility for justice in a way. It's like we expect America to protect certain values across the world because a lot of people were cool with the Venezuela takeover or whatever, the invasion. So it's like we allow America because we're like, hey, with great power comes great responsibility. But at the same time, what happened to just mind your business? But I feel like America doesn't have a self-sustaining economy. They have to outsource the oil.
Yes.
Guyana is, I think, the only country in the world that can like sustain itself with just the natural resources within the country. And Venezuela, they were saying Maduro was sending gangsters, like Venezuelan gangsters, to sneak across the border to Guyana and like torture certain people and stuff. And because they were trying to like move in on Guyana, and America and Guyana have a strong relationship. So they were saying that it was tied to that. I did hear that.
Okay, well, I just wanted to just maybe do a little bit more of a wrap up on that, you know, now that we have a little bit more information, because even at the time it was pretty fresh. So, and I didn't even make a clip out of it for YouTube, fam. I was just like, we were just all over the place with that one.
They're saying that 6ix9ine and Maduro are going to be in the same prison.
I want to give a quick minute to give a shout out to Exotic Hot Pots, Canada's loudest brand. From high-grade strains to authentic grabber and all the rolling essentials, Exotic Hot Pots is about elevating your smoking session in true 5-star fashion. If you want delivery, make sure to hit them up on their Instagram page, Exotic Hot Pot, and let them know that the We Love Hip Hop crew sent you. Big salute to the sponsors. Cheer!
Yeah.
It's like, what's that prison? It's like Arkham City or whatever. Like a club, you know, the prison in Gotham or whatever, where like all the villains are. Because Diddy's over there, 6ix9ine.
Isn't he in Fort Dix?
They
moved him to a federal now, right?
But isn't not that seen like a post where like they're saying Martin Shkreli, Maduro, 6ix9ine, and no 6ix9ine because it was a federal case and like he violated probation, so they're gonna send him to the Fed. So yeah, he's over there with all of them.
What are y'all thoughts on the hype that everybody put around that post with him going to jail and stuff like that? Like, is he that much loved that?
Yeah,
like that post went pretty viral.
I think he got back in the audience's good graces, even if it's not the same audience that initially helped him become famous. He has this whole new audience of streamers and people who watch streams that rock with 6ix9ine, and he's very entertaining on streams. He's still a decent rapper, and it's almost like, bro, if you're entertaining enough, people are gonna tune in.
Did you guys tell me that song is #1 on what, YouTube? Who was saying that? It was Natural one.
I said it.
Zara's making that up.
But #1 on YouTube.
Assalamu alaikum.
But fam, like, we never thought that we'd be at a time where we'd see 6ix9ine go from being the most hated federal informant to they're playing Locked Up on the TMZ clip that I seen, like when they're coming out the Sprinter, like people are like sad. I seen Aiden look like he want to cry. Like, talk about a complete 180, fam.
Yeah, and I think it also comes from how hip-hop, the gatekeeping of hip-hop has transitioned from like, I guess, the streets to the bloggers.
Yeah.
So I think
Big
maybe
time.
that gives him some sort of grace with a lot of the audience because they're not just seeing it for like the street value or the moral aspect.
Yeah.
They're like, yo, as long as he's funny and entertaining, he can go on.
Our content machine is gone. Well, for 3 months. Like,
Even Vlad just did a new interview with him.
yeah. Yo, fam, for 2025, like he was the biggest winner, fam. Now that we're here in like the first month of 2026, the amount of content that has come down the freaking timeline of 6ix9ine, bro, it's all new shit. It's not people reclipping the same content. And I'm like, wait a minute, he's wearing something different. Like, he just did another interview. Like, how many interviews did you do this week, bro?
Yeah, he was active.
Yeah.
And it's not like he was just going on different podcasts just to appear. Like, he was creating moments. Every single time that he would be on camera, he would say something viral.
I just had an epiphany, man. And listen, hip hop, don't get mad at me. Is 6ix9ine right now top 3 rapper in the game?
Nah, relax.
Bro!
He is technically a rapper.
He's a rapper. He just had a #1 song on YouTube. On YouTube, not Billboard.
Okay, so you mean like active rappers right now?
Fam,
I know, okay,
for the amount of interviews and the amount of traction that he gets, he might be getting more bread than like Lil Baby and all those guys that he's dissing too.
I don't think he's getting more bread than Youngboy, Kendrick Lamar, Drake, Future.
Well, come on, obviously not those
So
guys.
no, but you said top 3 rappers, right? Those are like 5 rappers that are like active right now.
Okay, how about visibility wise?
Okay, I'd say, well, that's a different conversation because like Drake stopped doing his rollout and Playboi Carti is like chilling right now. But like, I would say right now, Drake, Playboi Carti, Kendrick, NBA Youngboy is all.
That's not visibility. You're going at talent again.
But we're saying like, okay, when you say #1 rapper, like what do you mean? Like just like most visible right now?
Most popular?
Okay, let's go most popular.
Even
You know, but there are other factors to being popular than actual music because he has like a very distinct look. Like, bro, the man has the rainbow hair and a face tat. So it's like people know that's 6ix9ine, but it's not like you hear 6ix9ine when you're outside.
No, like his music's not playing, but neither is Lil Baby.
Yeah, but those other rappers I just mentioned, their music's
playing, right? Popularity-wise, though, I think he might be in the top 5 conversations for household names right now.
Well, do you mean as a content creator? Yes. As a rapper, no. I think if 6ix9ine does a show, you know what I mean? I don't think he's pulling more numbers than these guys.
But I think he could sell out a show though. Like maybe. Do you think he could sell out Scotiabank right now?
No,
not Scotiabank.
Okay.
But
maybe.
But NBA Youngboy could pull up here and sell out Scotiabank.
Facts.
Playboi Carti could pull up here and sell out Scotiabank at least.
I might have to think about that. That might not be an answer I could just give you just right off the hit,
but
bro.
There's also
Scotiabank, he might be able to do it, bro.
But there's also a whole young generation of kids who like they might not even know the lore about him before. You know what I'm saying? They're like 12 and they just see him with Aiden Ross or they see him online and I think they just rate him because he's wildin'. You know what I'm saying? And I think they would go to Scotiabank to see him perform.
And the ones who grew up with him that were like, okay, they saw him snitch. A lot of them didn't care, bro. They weren't. It's not like you had the most hardest gangsters that were listening to 6ix9ine in the first place.
Kid, he went #1 on YouTube. Nowhere else.
You gotta calm down.
You know what I mean? Like he's having a little moment, but like YouTube could be easily botted. 6ix9ine invented the bot method. Whereas like, oh, we're just gonna put like 1 million ads on this. So even if you don't want to watch the video, you still have to watch the video type thing. Like, I don't think that because he had this one Doechii diss track, Rosie could come sell out Scotiabank and run through 51 arenas through the states. You know?
That's when they make that saying, like, that's why they need to make podcast mics more expensive.
No, but he also has like the legacy of his discography. And I'm not saying that like everyone still rocks with it, but some people haven't dismissed his discography. Like he still has songs that people listen to. Like how many monthly listeners does he have? He probably has millions. But Aiden Ross was also on the 6ix9ine track. So Aiden Ross being on a track and that audience of just streamers who like saw them on live while they were making it. Plus it's a Doechii diss song. Plus he's saying all these Muslim phrases. So it's like the perfect storm, you know?
Bro.
And he's about to go to the bin. So
can you pull this up on the screen, Jake? 12 million monthly listeners, fam.
That's impressive.
668 million on this track here. I've never even heard in my life.
That's a Spanish track, but a lot of his Spanish tracks go crazy with the Latino audience. And who knows, that 12 million, a lot of them could be in Latin America.
No, yeah, a lot of them.
How much is
Bacon?
Oh, it only has 363,000 streams on it, bro. Okay, all right.
Yeah,
Let me chill, bro. I'm sorry. Okay. I didn't even have it as a topic on the list here.
Okay, how many tickets do you think 6ix9ine could sell if he were to perform at a venue? Not Scotiabank, but like any venue.
You could do
Toronto.
like History or something.
You could definitely do History.
How many is that? Like 10 bands?
No.
There's like 6,000 to 10,000
capacity at History. Let's see, capacity at.
You can definitely do Fusion Lounge, Kenny announcement.
He could definitely do Rebel for sure. History's 2,500 people.
Okay, yeah, he could do that for sure.
He could do that. He could do that 2 nights in a row.
He could probably do that for a whole week straight.
Yes.
Nah.
A whole week straight is a little tricky.
In the city?
Yeah. Why are we going crazy pushing it? Let's get off of this.
I just think we're underestimating. We're underestimating.
We're like glazing the nigga.
Nah. We're underestimating his popularity, but we're also being aware that like a lot of people still don't rock with him.
A lot of people, a lot of the streaming audience doesn't convert. You know what I mean? Like,
this is true.
This is people watching you all over the world. It's not like, oh, because you have 20,000 people watching you, 20,000 people is going to pull up every single city, you know?
Yeah, they're going to like do a skit.
Exactly. It's like, I get entertained by you for free. I'm not going to, you know, like.
Yeah, that too, man. Or I could donate $5 to the stream, but I ain't going to go pay like $40 for a ticket.
Exactly.
Calm down. Okay, I do have a topic here because I have a beef maybe with Ebro. Why? Because like, okay, he had a post on, actually, let me do this. Let's go to his actual post on the Ebro,
aka the webcam bandit.
Ebro, Laura, and
aka Skype, aka Zoom, aka FaceTime.
It was this post here. They were talking about Drake's legacy. Pull this up here, please, Jake.
I'll just play a little bit. It alleges that Drake not only promoted illegal gambling on the website Stake, but also diverted funds to
using like the laptop
song stats on music platforms.
Can't do that.
Okay, they got a little background
I'm
on
not
stuff
sending
like that
Drake
in the back.
the axe emoji, Griff.
I don't know where he is.
What does it mean? It keeps changing.
His lighting is changing.
He has the auto adjust.
Fam, okay, I know we're not the biggest network in the world or whatever, right? Our little podcast that we're doing over here. But bro, we got lights, mics, we're in a studio. This is I don't know how many a studio that I've used for I don't know how many years, fam. These guys are supposed to be hip-hop, quote-unquote, legends, bro. And you're telling me they can't get a studio?
It's for me, I think it's a couple of factors. One, that has always been taken care of by the company for them.
Mm-hmm.
They show up to work and they sit down and everything's set up, the mics, the mixer, everything is perfect. Maybe they didn't learn how to use those things. I feel like Rosenberg, because he's a DJ, he might know, you know, he has his Shure mic or whatever. He probably has an audio interface.
No, because there's
Ebro's
other
literally
time.
using a microphone.
Yes.
Ebro's using a microphone. So like the same way how he set up his microphone, he could just set up two more microphones.
But perhaps
invite them to the crib.
You know what I mean?
What if it's like a portability thing where it's like, okay, we're not always all going to be in the same city at the same time. So maybe this is a way that we could stay consistent.
Maybe.
But at that same time, at least like have like a microphone on you, Laura Styles.
okay, but here's the reason why I feel before we get into that, because like we all are cooking, right? But I said this. I said so, and if you could put this up on the screen here, Jake. I said, so y'all never gonna get a studio and really pod? ... Okay. And here he comes in the responses. Tells me to shush. Gives me the shush emoji.
Ebro shushed you, eh? That's crazy.
He shushed me, fam.
Must have got hushed.
And then I told him, bro, it's facts. Y'all been doing this too long. Get to get on to phone it in. Our audience is a fraction of your size, and I pay for a studio. Again, the shush emoji. Do you? Right? And I'm going to go over to Twitter over here because, you know, I put everything up on Twitter. Hold on. Yo, I'm on air, fam. I'm not live, but I'm on air. Yeah, bro, we podding. You got anything to say to the audience?
That new music coming 2026.
Jeez.
Okay, we're actually kind of we're about to worry. We're like, yo, where's top 5? I was about to bring that up later in the pod. Okay, so you say you're loading up. Yeah, that was top 5. Salute to top 5. Yeah. Okay, getting back to Ebro though. I tweeted about this. I put all of these different things over here. I put all of the comments. He jumped in the comments. Shush emoji again. Be patient.
Look at Friday's response. Cool, but stop shushing me. I'm the same age as you.
Like we are, fam. Stop shushing grown man, Bridget. Like, fam, that's the thing. Like, you're doing this to me, fam? Like, shh. Like, I'm not your chick, bro.
He's saying Guan easy, the coyote.
I think he's like maybe a year younger than me, if tops.
I think he's saying be patient because, like, although they were saying that, oh, we've seen it coming, blah, 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 I don't think they actually seen, like, the day coming where they would have to, like, their whole plan is rerouted. Like, that's a consistent bag that is not there anymore. So not only did they lose a source of income, now they have to take their other sources of income and buy a podcast, equipment, cameras, studio, all this next stuff.
Yep.
Like, so I think that, like, because they rushed out, not only do they have to kind of like find their footing, but they're doing it in like a lazy way. Like, this is zero effort. Them are like on Zoom and Skype and shit. Like, one person's using a boom mic, other person's using the laptop audio. Like, this is crazy, fam.
Yeah. And in my opinion, it's kind of entitled because it's like, man, who cares about the setup, man? We got the take. This is where real hip hop lives, right? And I don't like that because even Natural always, like, he always would talk about, you got to provide value to the audience, you know? These guys, if they provided good production, good transitions, cameras, lights, everything, like, the audience would return the favor. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
but you're doing it lazily and you're not even concerned about it. You're not even apologetic. You're not like, guys, our bad, Laura doesn't have a mic.
Yeah.
It's like, no, who cares? Just listen to the take.
Yeah, and it's like placing too much importance on who you are, resting on your laurels.
Yeah.
Like, I'm already Ebro, that's Rosenberg, that's Laura. Like, you're just gonna accept it. Like, we just phone it in and put it on Zoom. Like,
old head shit.
Yeah, and to be honest, the risks and reward for podcasting is not that easy. Toronto is a major city, just like New York, right? So the podcast studios and all that, they're gonna be expensive. They're not gonna be cheap, right? They might have to figure out a way to make it really inexpensive because it's not guaranteed that they're going to make their money back, fam.
But fam, like,
they're not under the Hot 97 umbrella to get their check every week. You have to make sure your YouTube views are up. You get some sponsors, all that for it to even make sense for them now.
Bro, there's 3 of them. They've been working there for 20 years, 15 years, 10 years. You guys don't have enough to just pool together, get a couple cameras, get a little spot, pay someone like $1 bill a day, whatever, just to do the switch or whatever. Like, you don't have that? Or do you just not care because you think you're above that?
The lifestyle is probably so high where, like, that's a whole nother expense after losing, you know, like a main source. Like, And I did notice when their first episode dropped, they were talking hot shit. They posted, "Oh, we're number one, Joe Budden, we're number one, haha." They haven't posted any stats since, bro. And when I checked, you know me, view shamer. We need a view shame button too. I'm about to go crazy. Yo, their first episode, like 130,000. I'm like, oh shit, they might have something. Second episode, like 60,000. Okay, all right. People wanted to see the beef, but like, okay, your main audience is 60,000. Third episode,
30,000.
30,000. I went to hold on. So you guys are just declining by 50% each time.
Yeah.
And you're not even thinking to yourselves, yo, let's try to do something like more. Let's try to like turn it up a little bit.
Yes. If they were sitting in a studio together that they put together themselves, their logos in the back, all types of shit, people would be like, all right, they ready to play. Let's go, man. What do you got to say, Ebro? What you got to say, Laura Styles? Like, they're investing, they're betting on themselves. People respect that, fam. Look at Joe Budden.
Yeah.
But Joe had to go weather the storm because everyone was clowning him for like the first couple of years, maybe even longer.
Fam, they made no money for a long time, bro. But only when the Spotify deal came around when they really start to make money.
Yeah.
And I feel like the audience these days, whether it be music, like any form of art, your name doesn't really carry like the celebrity culture where like we're just, oh, we see Michael Jackson and niggas is passing out and shit. Like, that's over with.
Yeah.
It's like, what have you done for me lately? What value are you providing me? Or else I'm going to Kai. Like, there's so many avenues where you could get your entertainment from. It's like, why do I have to stay and watch you for an hour, 2 hours?
Exactly. Yeah. And I started realizing it even with them phoning it in with Rosenberg. Rosenberg has the first hip-hop podcast. Or one of the first, because I still would say Ice-T has the first hip-hop podcast, right? But the Juan Epstein podcast is goated. Interviews with Jay-Z, all types of shit on that shit from back in the days. Him and Cypher Sounds are still doing, like, they're doing Zooms for their shit.
But they just do pure audio, right?
No, they still do videos too, but it's all Zoom.
I think that
be chipping out and shit.
No, you're good.
Go.
No, it's true.
I think it's a logistics thing for them though, because I do think a lot of them travel for work and gigs. So like, I'm not gonna hold them too responsible for that because at least they're staying consistent instead of being like, yo, we can't do it in person this week. It's like, yo, let's just hop on Zoom.
Yeah, and Cypher Sounds, he's like doing stand-up for like Dave Chappelle, like opening for Dave Chappelle and shit like that.
Oh,
so
wow.
he be moving around.
Pick up Cypher Sounds, man.
Yeah.
But like, okay, I feel like if you're not gonna do something properly, then just don't do it, bro. Like, no one forced you guys to pop out. Like you said, you guys been doing this on Hot 97 for the past 15 years. Why not just take a year off and figure out, okay, how could we make this work logistically? How could we, okay, maybe we're not dropping every day. Maybe we're dropping like once a week. So that way we could all link up in like a different part of the world and do something extravagant for the people. Like, I think the webcam shit is so tacky, bro.
Yeah, me too. But you know what I think? I think we're kind of like, we have too much expectations for them because you know how you were saying like, oh, if you can't do it proper, don't do it. It's like you sometimes just got to start. Like, let's say like even with your original DJ videos, like you didn't have the most advanced setup, but you were just doing it.
That's different though.
Because you were on the come up and these guys are already established. But I think we assume that they're established, but maybe they really aren't that established. It's just the aura that Hot 97 gave them.
But I feel like if you know the perception that the audience has of you, take more than a couple. Bro, these niggas took like 48 hours before they dropped, bro. Like, you guys don't want to make a plan? Look like, okay, what long-term strategy were you guys able to make in that 48 hours and get everything together? Or did you guys just rush out on some?
They were scrambling.
You know what I mean? Like,
they didn't want to look crazy because Drake is putting axe emojis in their comments and shit. Like we showed you, we back.
I don't know. I think pride is kind of Ebro's downfall. I think he maybe thinks he's bigger than the program and he never was. And now that he doesn't have Hot 97 behind him, we just realize he's just some old hip hop head with strong opinions.
Responding to some freaking Canadian podcaster telling them to shush.
It's over.
What do you have to say to Ebro?
I have nothing to say to Ebro. I got no issues with him, bro. I know he got a lot of issues with Drake, but doesn't mean I have to have issues with him. I enjoyed their content, but I just feel that they need to put some effort into it. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, like, don't let We Love Hip Hop start doing better than you guys who are supposed to be hip hop legends. Y'all interviewed everybody that we would love to be able to get in contact with, fam. That's a legacy of friggin' that these guys really have, for real, bro.
See, those are the real bare minimum boys.
Big time. That's not Rory and Mal. You know what I'm saying? And his name's Mal, not Mealy Mal.
Oh, okay, my bad. I thought it was a first name, last name type thing.
Holy shit. But listen, salute to Ebro same way, and Laura and Rosenberg.
Do you have anything to say to Ebro?
Yeah, do you got anything to say to him?
Nah, I feel like I said enough still.
You know what I want to say to Ebro?
Yeah.
Talk to me.
LA? Hush. That's what he should have did. He should have hushed and been patient. Mans never take their own advice.
Right? Trying to shush grown mans. But yeah, salute to them mans. I did play some Durk in the beginning of the podcast for a reason.
Ready for the road. Road Ready Detailing, now open 7 days a week from 8 to 5 p.m. 750 Oakdale Road, Unit 66, specializing in ceramic coating perpetual with warranty, PPF, tints, wraps, vinyl wraps, and hand car washes. Remember, we clean anything on wheels.
Road ready, ready for the road.
Because Durk posted on his Instagram here, and if you could give me the screen over here, I want to take Jake. This is a post courtesy of Hello Yassine. Lil Durk's murder for hire trial has been delayed from January to May. So another 3 months, 4 months down the line, this guy got to wait, right? And yeah, that's paperwork for that. I was watching Academics last night, and he was saying in his stream, and he was saying some true points, a lot of mats haven't been really checking for Durk. He's been gone for, what, more than a year right now? Even with this post saying, like, yo, we got another 4 months for trial, mans are not like, yo, free schmirk.
Well, because Durk posted something like, it's crazy how you have to wait for the darkest times to see who's really with you, or something like that.
Hold on. Pull it up!
Yep, there it is.
Crazy how you gotta wait until it's dark out to see who's really with you.
Isn't that a Drake bar?
There are people saying this. Yes.
But I don't think he's shooting at Drake still, because I think Drake would be one of the few people that would actually like reach out. But a lot of people are comparing, when Young Thug was blah blah, he had a whole campaign.
Yes.
But there was a moment where it was quiet. The campaign started when it first happened and during trial. You know what I mean? Like, and I feel like Young Thug, most of the phone calls leaked. Young Thug was actively reaching out to people to keep the campaign going. Durk is not doing that. There's one time where Acumen had a phone conversation with him while he was in the bin, and Durk didn't realize that like it was like on stream or whatever. So then like I feel like Durk kind of cut off all like access to like most media and stuff. And like the game is fake, bro. Like people are more so like, what have you done for me lately? So if you're not reaching out to me, if you're not putting, you know, like
how quickly that phone stops going off, bro.
So like I'm not surprised by it.
Yeah, I always felt like when celebrities went to jail and like the whole like free them. I feel like it's a lot of it is performative. It's to show like, okay, I stand with Durk because that's the cool thing to do right now. Free this guy, free that guy. But in reality, most people don't care, bro. People have their own lives to live. Like
they have their own career.
Yeah, bro. Like I can't do the sentence with them. I can't, you know what I'm saying? Like all you got to do is just wish him the best if that's what you want to do. And you just got to keep moving on. Like, does he expect people to like tweet every day about him, call him? Like, I don't know.
I don't know if that's what he expects. That this story post kind of shows that he might be a little bit like
disappointed.
But at the same time, like Nacho was saying, look at the whole way that they were moving for Thug. Is it because Thug is more important to them than Durk is? Because it's like, what are we doing over here? Even with Pooh Shiesty home now, and his first day out song is doing great. But for a space of time, for the amount of people who were fucking with Pooh Shiesty before he went to jail, it was crickets for him too. So these guys is like, it depends on how important you are on the scale. Because Thug, because he's the king of Atlanta, quote unquote, or whatever.
But like,
they kept his name alive all the way through.
Young Thug was literally calling people like, yo, you have to give me a verse against this fuck nigga Gunna. Hey, yo, you have to post it. Like he was actively putting it out there to keep like the hype going. You know what I mean? Like, no one's gonna do more for you than you are for yourself. So like,
and Gunna also helped with the Thug campaign, because even though it wasn't supposed to, while Gunna's out there putting out albums, it's on the behalf of YSL.
Yeah.
So people are thinking about Thug while they're watching Gunna have a success. So that kind of helped Thug to keep his name alive. But it's still good. Goes back to my point though. The artists showing the support, fam. Everybody showed way more support for Thug than they've been showing for mans like Durk.
Yeah.
Durk's not calling nobody. Durk's not putting no money in niggas' pockets and shit. Like,
so then fuck him?
No, like, I don't think if Young Thug literally called Drake and begged him, like, hey brother, please, brother, I need for my album, I'm dropping at the same as that fuck nigga Gunna, bro, please, brother. And then, you know what I mean? Like, I could only imagine how many times Young Thug called this nigga. So Drake's like, all right, yo, fuck fam. Like,
You're getting a collect call from Jeffrey.
You know what I mean? It's like, yo, let me just do it at one time, and then now Young Thug's team could take this and run with it, so more rappers could get active with it.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think Durk's team is doing anything other than like just like crying and shit. And also like it's looking kind of bad.
They're not crying. They're kind of quiet.
Now his girl's been crying like, oh, all you niggas fake, blah blah blah.
They are.
Well, what do you expect? It's the game. Like, it's the music industry, bro.
No friends in it is.
I guess not. Come on, fam. I just felt like, especially after watching the Act stream, I was like, damn, that's for real. Like, yo, bro, Bear Man's over here in Toronto love Durk's music. Like, he's like the drill god. And now I feel like as soon as mans catch that L, bro, they're just like,
what have you done for me lately?
Okay, well, man, them listening, I'm sure there's a few mans that did some bids. First month, you're probably getting pure phone calls.
Yeah.
You know, the first few months, pure visits and stuff. But what about after year 1, year 2? Like, the phone calls are few and far between. The visits are here and there. Don't let you be all the way over and like out 3 hours, 4 hours away and shit.
Over there in Kingston.
Your girl's looking natural, boy. You know what I mean? Like, I'm watching her put the little iPhones in the newspaper and sending the packages and shit. I'm like, damn, fam.
Yeah. One last thing I'll say also on Durk, right? It's because I think a lot of people don't think he's going to get out. My opinion.
So they feel like it's almost useless, futile.
This guy's about to go through life.
So let's say he does get convicted and does life. Do you think we're just going to forget about him forever?
Yes.
Wow.
Yes. If he gets life, it's not like Tory Lanez where like you can see the light at the end of the tunnel. It's 10 years, 7 years and whatever, good time, whatever. Yeah. If it's life, this guy has to do 25 years. He's basically Larry Hoover.
Yeah. Does that add to the lore or does that...
I mean, do people, I don't, like TK, for example, like people got it once he got convicted or whatever. Like,
yeah, but he didn't have a catalog like Durk.
But at the beginning, it was a free TK.
Yeah.
Until he got convicted.
But he didn't, like, I played a Drake feature in the beginning of the podcast.
Yeah. Levels, for sure.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm just saying the
like,
audience.
He was tapped in.
But the audience is willing to get, behind the movement if they see some sort of like end goal that can benefit them, which would be, we get Durk back as my artist. You know what I'm saying? But maybe you're right. Maybe they're like,
if they don't think he's coming back, bro, he's whatever, bro. Next.
Because apparently they have a couple witnesses, like a couple of snitches. But I don't know. I think there's still a possibility for him still. Because like there are some loose things connecting him, but I'm not sure if there's a smoking gun entirely,
Yeah.
And I don't.
Because if some criminal is like, oh yeah, he hired me, but like your lawyer is able to be like, well, he has a history of lying under oath, or like he has a history of, you know what I mean? Like, is his word that credible? And if it's only his word, and you have like maybe like an alibi or something that this was possible, you know?
Yeah.
I don't know. Listen, I'm not trying to put it on him. I'm not trying to put no bad Obi on him. Like, he's cooked, but like, doesn't look good to me.
Yeah, I hear that.
Yeah. But salute to Durk, right? Hold your head, bro. Hopefully things work out for the better. Getting to some Toronto stuff, because I seen people telling us in the comments, you're not going to talk about the OTS Gatez wrap-up? There's more wrap-ups, fam.
Was it a wrap? That was more just like 100 Watts diss track.
It was the 2025 slap up.
Right. And the funny thing is, if I pull up on the screen, I got the another post from 100 Watts.
So 100 Watts responded to OTS Gatez on OTS Gatez' own beat that he sent Watts an open verse. So like he's like, yo, Watts, hop on this verse. He never did, and then he responded. He's like, okay, I'll get on the verse, and did the diss track on him. And I can't lie, he smoked him still. I'm not too familiar with OTS Gatez.
I like Gatez' diss track though.
Let me play a little bit of it. Let's see let the audience hear a bit.
Niggas ready to crash out like a bumper. Killer T unfollow me, she knows I'm trying to fuck her. You was never the manager, you really just a trick. You fell off and tried to put on that blickhead bitch. It's like every time you talk, you sucking 5 dick. Yeah. It's that yearly slap up now.
Yearly slap up.
Yeah, I was yearly wrapping up pictures and shit, my nigga. I seen that first nigga tell every rapper go suck they mom. What you niggas on when you hear the song, go get them gone. See me and bitch niggas don't get along. Shout out Icy, but I can't keep tabs on niggas just to make a song. If I get the drop, niggas hearing shots for the ding dong. I'm strapped for the on-site. Fuck a whip was on the op block on a mountain bike. Get this, see me, I crack heads if I don't like the pipe. Before the GG, I was the Revy type that's cat. I keep them for the deadly nights. How I cap a rapper doing wrap-ups. Dick riding niggas who diss your pops that ain't gangster. But talk about a sick head. You sat down and smoked crack and got top.
Okay, I'm gonna stop it there.
That was a good punchline setup. Sick head. It's like, wonder what he's gonna rhyme with that.
And you know what? I gotta take back some of what I was saying behind the scenes. Even though I shouldn't even be bringing it on. I was just hearing it through the phone. I didn't get a chance to like peep it yet. Through the phone, it didn't sound as good as when I just heard it now.
No, he definitely slid. He did his thing.
I like the flow of it still.
Yeah, he slid.
I wouldn't say it's as good as Watts is or Natural. But he slid.
That wasn't a wrap up though. He was just literally this.
He's responding to Watts because Watts mentioned in the 2025 wrap up about him getting shot 7 times or something like that. Which I was aware of that, right? And they've been had an issue. They've been going back and forth through 2025.
Okay, are you gonna play Watts' response?
Yeah, I'm gonna play it right now.
Because we're gonna have to determine who had the better doing.
My dog, he in the can. He still cuffed up. I came out like my work. I was buffed up. Like, hold on. Like, hold on. You a bitch ass nigga, 7 shots. Like, hold up, you a pussy and you never even ride. Jane Rooney, you got shot 7 times, almost died. Like, nigga, was your strap, said you got it, but you lied. Nigga, Goonie got killed in the lobby, you still hide. Like, how you try to run up with a baseball bat. His strap got the saw, man, they killed him with a strap. Got him, killer touch road and you still ain't ride back. You a fan, you sent me the song, I'll kill you on your track. Gay shit's mad, he ain't get the verse back. I heard your barbarian flow when it was whack. You really want attention, you gon' turn into a pack. Buying snacks in the max and your whip got whacked. Riding all your views and a verified stamp. Pussy, you a bitch, period, you getting cramps. You bum broke nigga with your flea market chain. My kids got Kalani, it costs more than your chain. Rollies on my wrist, that's his stash in the game. My BM chain costs more weight than your name. Driving in the old school Acura MDX. The color black, better change that before you next.
Okay.
He slid too though.
Oh man. Okay, so how do we handle this right here in a non-poly
First disclaimer.
Where's Gatez from and where's Watts from?
Watts is from Mount Olive, if I'm not mistaken, and OTS Gatez is from somewhere in the West that I don't remember exactly.
Okay.
Right? These guys, like I said, long-standing beef. Maybe a non-poly's question is, who slid more on the beat? Who performed better who had a better lyrical performance, guys?
I think from a technical standpoint, Watts was better technically, but I was I was moving to Gatez' one more still. Like that one had me like, that's just me personally though. Like I don't, that's just me personally.
I hear that.
What do you think, Czar?
I agree with Natural. I feel like Watts' performance was a little more impressive, both lyrically and his cadence. In terms of like the overall groove of the song, there is an argument for Gates. Maybe it was the beat. Maybe it had to do with the beat. But for me personally, like as a listener, I liked the style of 100 Watts' flow because it was just more like, wow, everybody's just hitting like right on the beat. And I rate that as like a rapper, you know? Like I do rate when people do like unorthodox raps as well. And I feel like OTS Gatez, is OTS Gatez, right? Yeah. He was able to do that. But overall, I think this is kind of like good. Even though it's poly-affiliated, at least we're kind of getting real bars back in a sense. We're getting rap, like hip hop. Like
right now, if I could delve a little into the poly part for a second, right? It's kind of saying some wild shit to each other. This has happened off of a wrap up, bro.
So go, bro.
I'm just glad no one's trying to get at me. So, you know, I'm like, yeah, y'all keep going. Y'all keep.
I thought, you know, the first line OTS Gatez said, like, the first guy told everyone to suck their mom. I thought he was talking about you or DL Nation.
You might be talking about DL Nation.
Yeah, I
you
never
know, we might need to stop calling him DL Nation.
Nah, that's his name forever and ever.
I heard he's trying to make peace. You know what I'm saying? But
he has to do more. Bro, the man popped out with a song saying "Suck Your Mom," so you have to make an apology song.
Ooh.
You know, it has to be I'm sorry Friday, you know, something like that. You know,
sorry Friday.
Sing your heart out.
Sorry Friday. I never meant to hurt you.
Jeez.
I didn't cry though.
I'm making some more content.
Normally, I'm inspired to this. I mean,
oh man,
my Montreal brother. How could I do this to you? Like,
I know. But okay, but back to these guys. Like, is it good for the culture, or are these guys doing too much?
As long as it stays as an MP3 or WAV file, then this is good.
You're about to say it stays on wax.
No, I was gonna say as long as it stays like as an audio thing, you know? But if they actually run into each other, could this?
Which is very possible. Toronto's, you know, it's not the biggest city.
Yeah, there could just be one like a popcorn pop out or something, and they're both there, for example. You know what I'm saying? You never know, and then that could escalate because of the diss tracks. You know,
and not only that, like between OTS Gatez and Watts and friggin' the conversation I had with Icy on Monday. Oh my God, bro. Like, these guys need to find some kind of common ground, because when these guys start talking about each other, and God forbid any of the mandem have like some dirt that's like really bad, man's them just drag dirt, fam. Yo, your baby mama said this and she called you this, and like, I'm just like, fam, TMI, bro. Like, I've learned too much about the mandem over the last few days, fam.
Nah, there's nothing crazy about me. And that's why, like, I kind of am the way I am. You know, because there's nothing that Mads can really, you know, I don't have a BMs yet. I don't have, like, there's no shorty that's, like, directly affiliated, tied to me. So, like, you know, and there is, like, some things that Mads could do if they wanted to try diss me or whatever, but, like, I'm ready.
Bro, like, it's just... Okay, it sounded like a fun rap. Like, yeah, you know, okay, we're going this. But then he's like, I never knew the man got shot 7 times. This guy, Watts, like, you got shot 7 times. It's like, all right, like, this is not fun. It's fun for us, the audience, to listen to cool bars. But when the bars be like about real shit, I'm like, what are you guys doing, fam? So what mans just have to just always be looking for each other anytime they go out to go just have some fun.
But I feel like the best disses are rooted in truth. Like, he could be like, man, you rhymes suck, like whatever.
Yeah,
but
that shit's dead now.
Yeah, it's like, no, I actually know something about you, and like I'm gonna reveal it, and the audience is gonna receive it better.
I know something about you.
But bro, when these guys see each other with whatever parties, right? And I hope that doesn't happen. I hope men see each other and have a more mature perspective. But bro, the amount of things that these men have been saying about each other, it's nasty, fam. These guys need to figure it out, bro. I don't know.
Man, we can't expect everyone to just get along. All we can hope for is that, you know, people, if they run into each other, they, you know, behave accordingly, behave appropriately, try not to, you know, create too much damage and chaos.
Like the different little stir-ups that we've had over here on the podcast. Like, I don't think it's that serious, fam. Like, the way that these guys go at each other in their rap songs, fam, like, these guys, or not even the rap song, like I told you with Icy, like, fam, if you've seen DL or Underground Nation on the road, I'm there calling them DL Nation too, right? If you see Underground Nation on road, you're not going to be like, yo, on site, yo, get him, you know what I'm saying? Or you know, calling the man them, yo, there he is. Like,
nah,
it's too much,
it's
fam.
it's not one of those ones.
You know what I'm saying? These guys, they take it so far that you have to do that or you're pussy.
Yeah, but that's if you like, I feel like that's if you kind of play by those rules. And those rules are very real for a lot of people, especially if you grew up in those environments. But there's always like, I think there are ways you could elevate above it. It's just like, it's going to be uncomfortable because that's not what you're used to. Like, there's an imagined world where someone tells you to, you know, suck your mom and then you ignore it.
Yeah.
Like, you don't crash out. Even though your instinct might be like, oh, I have to crash out. Like, that's disrespect. But like, I have too much to lose. So it's like if a man told Drake, you know, suck your mom, like, he's not going to like crash out over that. Maybe he might send someone, but I don't know.
Well, you know, they're all saying the whole thing about XXX-Tentacion, but, you know, I put an extra Tentacion on it, but like, yeah, X, right?
SMS triple X.
SMX triple X. When you hit above the neck or whatever.
That's the only time I shoot below the neck.
Well, I'm not putting that on him, even though
I don't believe that.
I don't believe it either. Salute to Drake. He's the guy.
And you know, I'm the biggest Drake critic, so
yeah. But listen, also salute to OTS Gatez, salute to Watts. I don't know. We have no answers. Do you guys have any answers for how maybe these guys could figure out
they're beefing over who has like the worst wrap up of 2025?
I don't know, fam. I don't even know what their actual beef, like when they go back and forth.
I'm trying to involve myself in this. Like, both of y'all wrap ups is better than mine. y'all, I don't.
Natural's like, y'all got it.
I like being able to go inside. I've been able to go inside and enjoy, you know, like enjoy the fruits of my labor, and I want to continue that. So.
You got a whole wrap up out here, fam. I don't feel like Natural has this energy around him. Like, yo, fam, be careful on the way to the stew. Yo, watch the next place that you spin, fam. Like, no, bro. Like, you're just like tasty sweets. Like, you're using nice words in your shit. These guys are like, yo, you're a bitch. When I see you, I'll knock you out. Your baby mom did this. I'm like, oh. God, guys.
Yo, the BM, like, I don't have a BM, but I can imagine the BM disrespect, like, would hit different.
And certain BMs are so, like, hey, NLE Choppa, you know how the man, he's trying to beef a young boy. His BM goes out of her way to post a video listening to young boy just to get at her baby dad or whatever. I seen this next, I don't know, it's like a more underground rapper, but he's beefing with this next rapper. His BM invited the op to come over and play with the daughter and shit. And then Maz are saying like, yo, if this guy catches a body on his BM, like, we're not gonna snitch on you. Like, it's a valid crash out because what do you mean you have my ops, they're playing with my youth and shit? Like,
that's the ultimate disrespect.
Yeah.
Is when you get, like, when you're really beefing with somebody, and then you get their baby mom over there, or the next level, you get their kid over there.
Yo, the baby mom's there with the kid.
Yes. That's double. Like, that's like a super bonus round that this guy got right there. You know what I'm saying? But like, remember when 50 brought Rick Ross's baby mom, bought her shopping.
And
did he make a sex tape with her?
And no, not him, but he dropped the sex tape. And the youths were there when the baby
got
mom
sued for that.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, what's more disrespectful? Like a rapper getting at another rapper's BM and like using that as leverage, or their current girl / wife, but not BM, like they don't have kids?
That's a good
Whereas
question.
a BM is like, that's your ex that just has your kid, you know?
I don't know, man, because I don't have a BM.
The current, still the current.
The current, right?
Well, the current still, because with the BM you could paint it as like,
I don't fuck with that bitch anymore.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
You know, but like your current girl is like, yo, the girl you sleep beside every night.
Yes, but at the same time, you might not know, okay, this girl might not be even here for the long run. She's just my current chick, right? But that BM has control of your youth. So when the ops is hanging out with your BM, he has more access to get around your youth.
I think it's more understandable that like a lot of BMs be doing stuff out of spite. So man will be able to be like, I think Mandem will say, "Oh, that's foul of her," instead of like, "Oh, he's a waste you."
We know what we know, but we already know she's a waste you too, right? But you're still gonna want to crash out if you know that this girl is potentially bringing your ops around your kid.
Yeah, but I think the current girl is just like, it makes you look weaker. Whereas like, yo, you could say like, you know, you hook up with my BM or whatever. It's kind of like, bro, like I don't even fuck with that bitch, bro. She's like, she's my BM, bro. Like whatever.
You
can
can't say you don't fuck with your current girlfriend, brother. You can't.
You're heartbroken still. You're heartbroken.
You're
like, damn, bro. I thought she liked me.
You know what I mean?
Like, damn, we just did Valentine's Day. Like
that easy? Yeah. Listen, man, I don't know. Salute to both parties again, or all three parties, because I added Icy to the mix over there. Okay?
Choose your BMs very wisely.
Yeah. Because all three of those guys, bro, anytime people try to drag them on anything, I don't know about Gatez. Gatez, he's just getting dragged with the shooting stuff, right? But between Watts and Icy, it's just all, your BM this, your kid's this. And I'm just like, oh, it's too much. All right, I don't want to hear no more. You know what I'm saying? It's past COE at this point. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, salute to all parties involved. I got something a little somber before we get back to something a little light. The Yorkdale shooting that happened the other day. Just to give you guys a little bit of context before I play the video. It was this guy who they call Relly. He's from the Sick Thugz, right? Sick Thugz, infamous crew from Regent Park. They used to actually have like an issue with like the old school Regent Park guys, like the Point Blank guys. Okay. And then like from there, the Sick Thugz kind of took over Regent Park after a while, right? There's like big salute to Turk. He's out there. He's one of the Sick Thugz. Tyke, crazy incidents that he's been in. He got arrested in Aruba for a wild murder. And this guy here, Relly, is one of his family members, I think. Right? So there's going to be a couple questions I ask you guys after I play this clip here. So this is from the arrest over at Yorkdale Mall.
Moving evening here as Toronto police officers confirm a suspect wanted in connection with this shooting has been arrested. Now, in the hours that we've been here, this area has been flooded with police officers and special constables all responding to this homicide investigation. And emergency crews were called here to the Yorkdale Go Bus terminal just after 7 p.m. for
We Love Hip Hop
on board a bus here at the terminal. Now, we've been told officers were able to get here very quickly and attempted life-saving measures, but they, along with paramedics, were unable to revive the victim. Now, before we were escorted off the property, we were able to see a bus at one of the platforms taped off, and that bus had its wheelchair door wide open. Now, we don't know the circumstances leading up to this incident, but Toronto police did put out a suspect description shortly after this happened, saying they were looking for a man in his 20s, around 5'8", last seen in gray clothing. Now,
so this is like the clip right from before they showed the arrest, the actual arrest, but they did show the arrest and stuff like that. One thing, and I don't even need to play the arrest, right?
No, I was just gonna say, like, you know, when they were giving the description, I feel like they're so like trying to be politically correct. There was no like racial or ethnic description. Like a man 5'8" in gray pants.
I hate when they do that shit.
Like, they also said a fake fur.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
they're suspects.
One of my questions to you guys, right, is Yorkdale Mall. Okay, because I'm gonna take it away from the Sick Thugz and the Pollies and all that type of stuff, right? Because we ain't trying to get into that. What's up with Yorkdale Mall, man? We might have to have a conversation about that area. I know it was on the Go Bus and stuff like that, but there was a murder that happened few months back in 2025. Mans get their chains snatched over there. Like, I know it's a high-end, it's quote-unquote high-end mall, but low-key is one of the most dangerous malls in Toronto. Can we agree with that?
I mean, just based on the track record, you could argue that. But yo, things happen at Eaton Center. Things happen at Scarborough Town Center. I don't necessarily
at the rate of Yorkdale Mall.
I don't know the stats on it, and you're right that, you know, Yorkdale is like one of the higher end malls. It's not like a Fairview or, you know, Eglinton Town Center or whatever. But I honestly don't know. It could be the area. There's like, it's not too far from
Jungle's right down the road, right? But it's like geographically, where else? What else hoods is close to that? Because it's what Yorkdale or and
It's Yorkdale 401.
Is there any hoods by Eglinton and Dufferin?
I think so. I feel like people in the comments will be like, "You guys don't know such and such is right there." Like, we don't know, man, but there might be. You know what I'm saying?
What about Lawrence Heights?
Lawrence Heights is right down the road.
Right by
but you're telling me it's all jungle mans that are going to making the place weak,
Lawrence Heights
fam?
is jungle.
Yeah.
Okay.
You're telling me it's I can't just think it's only jungle guys that are going there just having the place crazy, fam. Because even the Relly guy, he's not from jungle. He's from the Regent.
I mean, I think I'm going to be super reaching with this opinion. Let me know if it could be like cap or not.
I'm down for
just
reach.
trying to like speculate, you know?
Yeah.
A lot of people who are involved in crime often have a lot of money and they'll want to splurge on luxurious
That's what I was
goods.
thinking as well.
Certain stores that you can only access at Yorkdale.
True.
Perhaps there could be an affiliation there.
And like, because if you don't go to Yorkdale, you have to go to like Yorkville, like that Bloor Street strip.
Yeah.
And it's more congested. It's gonna be harder to kind of like get out. So maybe like Yorkdale is like, if you want to rob somebody, you know what I mean? There's a highway right there. You know what I mean? There's more routes to kind of like get away rather than like
even the
Eaton Center, which is like prime downtown.
Mm-hmm.
Everything's congested, traffic, you're stuck. You're not really getting away from that.
And higher end customers at Yorkdale. Also, they have a centralized parking lot, right? Eaton Center doesn't have a parking lot like that. Fairview does. Yeah. And you got to pay like underground and then like across the street. Like it's not right there.
And I feel like Yorkdale is not only is the highway right there, but also the GO bus, the subway.
Well, shit just happened on the GO bus.
You know what I mean? And like, even if you're like on like a mega bus or something, coming from Montreal or New York or something, Yorkdale is one of those stops too. So like, it is one of those points of like north, south, east, west, no matter where you're coming from.
And you know what? It's coming back to my mind now with the Lil Bentley shooting last year, right? That was also, he was about to get on a bus. It was like 6 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
Right? He was about to get on one of those buses also. So, or it was somebody who came off the bus or something. I don't remember exact details, but something with the bus station being there, like what you said, the proximity to the highway. Also, we do have to factor in that like Lawrence Heights jungle is just right down the road. So there is a hood, right?
TTC as well.
Yeah.
Because I'm trying to think like STC, you can access GO buses from STC.
Yeah.
Right?
But like, what's over there? You know what I mean? I'm trying to think of like if I were to like do an e-food at STC, like when I go in Hot Topic.
One happened the other day, like last year, like later in the year. It was no, but still it happened randomly. The youth, the Indian youth that got smoked in the washroom.
STC,
right? But to be honest, even though it's Scarborough and everybody else, you know, when you hear Scarborough, people think, oh my God.
There's not pure hoods over there.
And it's far and few in between when shit happens over at STC, fam.
Yeah.
I've been hearing about, and this is the thing that are reported on the news. The stuff that's not reported on the news that goes down over at Yorkdale Mall, fam. Like, bear mans get jammed over there, fam.
And a lot of like high schools are in the area too. So a lot of those YNs are like, that's their, let's all go meet by Yorkdale. So enough bang outs and shit.
Bro.
Jewelry stores as well getting robbed. I think that happens a lot at Yorkdale.
We have to do something about all the robberies at Yorkdale.
No, well, fam, like,
the youngins.
They're making it like it's a hot spot, fam. Like maybe I'm getting old. I need to add some more boydom or something.
Because it is supposed to be one of our tourist attractions, and we want our tourists to come out to Toronto and feel safe. Remember when Lil TJ was out here and Top 5 was over there trolling him?
He ran up on him at freaking Yorkdale Mall.
In Turkey, when you go to a mall, the first thing that happens is that you go through a scanning point. Like it's like, and there's security. You got to put your bag in this. They scan it through. We should have maybe enhanced security if this continues to be a problem. But I feel like we were saying about like the M rates for last year, like it might feel exacerbated, but maybe ultimately it's not that bad.
Sorry, you go.
I do want to say that with all the resources that are available, when you guys think that criminals do crime, or especially like to this magnitude, do you think in their mind they're like, I know I'm going to get caught, but it's worth it? Because I think that like if I'm going to do something on the GO bus, because Metrolinx is connected to this, I'm sure they're going to add resources to like the local police and everything. Like it's not just like a street side, you know what I mean? Like at a major mall on the goal bus, like I feel like the city is going to put extra resources into it to make sure that the person is found culpable.
Yeah, it's like they want you to know.
Yeah, and they caught him in like 48 hours, bro.
So do you think that mans are doing this like in the mindset of like, I'm probably going to get caught, but doing this act is worth it type shit?
The way you explained it right there, it would have to be, but I don't think that that's the mind state going in. I think everybody thinks they're going to get away with their M. They go home, they try to change their clothes, they try to burn cars, do all this shit, and it don't work.
But like to Natural's point, like I feel like it can only be two options. It's either super calculated in that sense where you're very aware of what's going to happen, or was an impulsive kind of crash out that you weren't even thinking about the consequences.
And it was on site.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And that could be it.
Yeah. And to go back to your point where you're saying about the like 38 murders that we have in our city and stuff like that, it goes back to what we were saying last week. We know about all of this because it's part of our subset. I know homie. You know what I'm saying? If I recollect right, I think I might have been on range with him back in like 2010 or something like that.
Yeah, the city had a long rap.
He's like, he's 40 years old. You know what I'm saying? So like, it goes back to like, when I seen him on the news, I'm like, oh, I know this person. Or I know his family, or I know what I explained the whole sick thugs thing. So
I've had a few of those ones where I'm like, damn, yo.
But if we were in Chicago, how many of them are we going to know out of 416?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So listen, RIP to whoever passed away on the scene over there. And I don't know. I have a hard time giving salutes. Obviously, salute to the sick thugs, but like I don't support murder. So I'm sorry. Your boy, Andrew Tate. We have to have a conversation about it.
My fellow bald brother.
I want to give a big salute to Grabba. Okay, some of the hottest Grabba in the GTA. You can get the Grabba in the shakers like we got over here, or you can get the Grabba leaf. Hit them up if you want delivery in the GTA. That's grabba.ca, and let them know that the We Love Hip Hop boys sent you. Seen? One take, Jake, if you can assist me over here and pull the screen up. 6 Trenches. Big salute to 6 Trenches. This post has been going around not only on 6 Trenches, I've seen it on Reddit a few times too.
Oh, Andrew Tate healed up. Okay, bet.
I don't know. He's got the shades on and shit. Okay? Andrew Tate says America needs to take over Canada. So let's hear the clip.
Well, Canada? Guys, I've been hating on Canada for a while.
He has.
And for a while, I used to get pushback from Canadians. But now Canadians just walk around outside and see nothing but Indians and realize that they're not even a country anymore. You're basically India now. You're subsidizing India. That's the only reason you exist. And I know America has its problems, but let's be honest, Canada and Canadians.
We love hip hop.
None of you could have ever done anything as gangster as what Trump just did in Venezuela. Ever. If you sent a bunch of Canadians in an attempt to kidnap a president, you'd end up landing on the ground, starting a gay pride parade, marching around talking about gay rights, sucking the president off, and then sending him money. You'd end up giving him aid. You'd turn up to kidnap him, and within 5 minutes, you'd be like, we'll send you some Canadian dollars. Because you suck.
Oh.
Join the American empire. Cut the bullshit. You're not an independent people. You've already been conquered by India. Do you want to be conquered by India or America? At least Trump can, like, stop the Indians. You people ain't doing nothing. Canada is ours. What else is...
Okay, so DJ Czar, a.k.a. Zarly Kirk, a.k.a. Cheeseburger. Why do you fuck with this guy, bro? This is not the first time he said this.
That was a W take, though.
So clearly speaking in hyperbole.
Oh, God.
You know he's doing it to rage bait, but he's trying to slip in some truth that Canada is soft compared to America, and that we couldn't do something like that for real. And yeah, our priorities are misconstrued. Yeah, we do emphasize pushing gay rights across the world over taking over countries, you know? Like,
yeah, what happened when, what's it, Zelensky, that's the Ukrainian president, right?
Yeah.
When he went to link up with Trump draped this dude up and sunned this nigga and said, I'm like, oh shit, you can do that on live TV? How much money, how much billions did we just send to Ukraine the other day?
Yeah.
2.5. So it was like, If the world is
and he just appointed Chrystia Freeland as one of his
yes.
people.
Yeah, he hired Chrystia Freeland, who wasn't even good at her job here,
He hired the Canadian.
So like, I feel like the liberal government has allowed the world to see us as pussy. You know what I mean? As twinkle toes. You know what I mean? And like, so I'm not mad at the take still. Like, I don't think that America's gonna try to invade us though. Like, I think that's gonna be kind of crazy. I don't think the UN would allow anything like that.
Yeah, but I do feel like, because, apparently back in the day when other countries would hear about our military, Canadian military was respected. Like, we were like very, very like violent and like sneaky.
We were like pivotal parts of both world wars. At least I think World War II. I'm not sure. I know one of the wars. We were a pivotal part. Maybe not. There's a certain war that we went and we really helped. Maybe it was a Korean war or some shit. I don't know. Nigga.
We were known for being like very like brutal. Like, those Canadians, like they don't play. They'll torture you and stuff. So it's like, that is a good reception to have. And I'm gonna be real. Like, when he said like, okay, like when you go outside, it's like India. Obviously, it's like, it's kind of an exaggeration, but there's a little truth in it.
It's not even an exaggeration, dog.
We're in Toronto.
They have courses how to get to Brampton in fucking New Delhi and shit. Like, I've seen it, bro.
Yeah, if you go to Punjab in India, there's Canadian stickers everywhere, Tim Hortons cups. Like, it's all about Brampton. It's all about Canada. Would you guys be open to being a part of the American empire?
No.
I would.
I still want the option to just go there.
I would still.
Come home to Canada.
Only because, like, as a creator, instantly, my life changes, bro.
Yeah.
Our dollar does change to American.
Our
Bro,
dollar
he
changes
gets paid from TikTok overnight.
and Instagram.
And Insta.
Yes, but also remember that exchange rates. Natural. You're a TikTok creator. You receive money in US. YouTube creators, we receive our money in US. There's a conversion. You're not going to get the conversion no more. Now it's just whatever what you get is what you get.
That's a small trade-off.
Yeah, that's fine, bro.
Oh, my dollar's worth more. Sign me up,
we don't get to have a weaker dollar anymore. Darn.
The only reason we love that it converts like that is because our lifestyle's more expensive. So we need that conversion to hit. Where like, if everything kind of evens out, it would be cool. But I'm so curious to see like what Trump is trying to do. Like, it seems like he really is trying to expand America in like an old school sense where like we're back to invading countries.
But it's literally against diplomatic law or like international law to, I guess, like invade a country and then like take their land.
Yeah.
It is?
Yeah.
Is that a new thing?
No, like, of course people like,
they still do it.
It has, yeah. And then that's when the world has to say, okay, we're about to go. Okay, like Russia is trying to do like take over, blah, blah, blah. We're going to send forces to aid so it could stop. Like, that's when like the world steps in like that. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. We're going a little too far, I guess.
I think we're seeing like a third wave of, you know how like during colonization, they called it exploration, where they would go places and like take it over. We're almost seeing like an expansionist version of that.
Yeah.
Because China's trying to expand to Taiwan for like resources and production. Russia, Ukraine, they're trying to reestablish the USSR. Israel's trying to do a greater Israel.
Yeah.
America's trying to expand. So it's like, as time goes on, we might see more like overt
the map
displays of that.
Or the globe might change.
Because I feel like they're trying to do that, but covertly, in the sense of like, okay, we're gonna send Chinese people to Jamaica and like different parts of Africa to kind of like, you know what I mean? To kind
slowly, like,
yeah, exactly. But I feel like you're right. Where now it's more overt and like they try to like speed up the process, maybe.
But before we get to geopolitical, your boy made some points. I'm not gonna lie. But why do you fuck with this guy who hates Canada so much, bro? And low-key, why he's always making content without no goddamn shirt, fam?
Well, first of all, I can't speak to why he doesn't wear a shirt. I'm pretty sure it's to, I don't know, maximize the masculine brand.
Or farming,
essentially. But I don't rock with Andrew Tate for his political takes. For me, like, it was more about like being the best version of yourself,
right?
And focusing and making sure that you're not doing stupid shit with girls and drugs and
Have you ever watched the Andrew Tate motivation compilation video?
No, but I watched Andrew Tate gay sayings compilation. He said, like,
okay, watch a motivation video, bro. It was like times where I don't even want to go to the gym, I turn it on. He's like, "Oh, you fucking pussy," and like, yo, he goes in, and I'm like, I don't want to be a fucking pussy.
So
like,
wait a minute, are you guys course purchasers?
No.
Nah.
What's the school called again?
I don't remember, man.
Yeah, but
Tate University or something like that. I don't know.
Hustlers University.
Yeah.
No, are you guys part of Hustlers University?
I am not.
Nah, but he created the whole clip culture. So he put a lot of, like I said, value out there for free. Where like even I rock with Andrew Tate a little bit in the sense of like he motivated me to be like, okay, stop focusing so much on pussy and just get your bread up and get your like physique up. Because once you become the best man you could be, then you get all the pussy you wanted and more. So like, why not just do that instead of just like being like some simp ass nigga?
Yeah.
So can I push back a little bit? Because what about all those videos that make him sound crazy, all of the allegations and all that? Like, to be an Andrew Tate fan, and I don't even want to call you guys fans, like, to support some of his content, right? Or be a supporter of his content.
Well, like what?
How do you guys ride through the storm, fam? Because they kill him socially.
What videos are you referring to?
Bro, the man's like, if you kiss a girl or if you like kissing girls or whatever, you're gay. And I'm like, I know they try to take it out of context, but like, bro, how did you even make that into a context?
I feel like you can tell when he's rage baiting.
Exactly.
And when he's not, you know? And like if you see him in like actual interviews, he's pretty well spoken and like he doesn't do the rage baiting as much. It's just his style of commentary. But bro, like humans are allowed to be dynamic. Like I'm allowed to rate you for one reason, and then if I hear something I disagree with, I could disagree with you. But it doesn't mean I don't rate the motivation compilation or that hasn't had like a positive impact.
Yeah,
you know?
like I wanted to smash my TV the other day and I'm watching Axe live stream, and this guy's like, because he's talking about the Aiden Ross situation. He's like, oh, we just need someone to tell him and give him proper context. Don't worry, I'm gonna talk to Aiden and I'm gonna give him a stern talking to so he knows what he did and the dynamics of what is wrong. I'm not saying that Aiden is racist, but he needs to know the context of what he's saying and all this next shit.
Yeah.
Aiden calls in or whatever. This nigga's glazing, sucking, doing the craziest, doing tricks on it. Everyone in the chat, yo, page him, blah, blah, blah. Everyone's waiting for the man to page him like he said he's gonna page him, and the man did not page him. And like, I still rock with Ak, but I'm like, yo, my nigga, that was some lame shit.
Hey, yo,
that was some lame shit, bro. And I normally don't even comment on YouTube and like on the VOD after I commented, where like, yo, you literally stopped to talk because he was doing Discord with his chat, and he stopped Discord to talk to Aiden, and he didn't even page him. I'm like, yo, you're a waste for that. And then Beer Man's liked it and shit. So like,
yeah, well, it comes with that power, right? We'll make excuses for certain people. I don't know if you guys have made excuses for Andrew Tate when it comes to all of the allegations with the underage stuff and all that. Like, he's got a lot of dirt on him.
He wasn't convicted for any underage shit, though.
Sounds like cope.
Is that cope though?
Because
like,
he's innocent. If he's proclaimed innocent
and proven innocent,
has he been proven innocent, or is that still in courts? Or are those even brought to court? Or just videos that like resurfaced?
The first one, I don't even think it went to a full court. Like they held him in jail while they tried to get the trial together. Then they eventually ended up releasing them. Then I think they tried to catch them on something else. And then that didn't stick either.
Yeah.
Well, just because the narrative of them getting arrested for whatever got out there, it kind of like stuck. But they were like literally proven innocent. Shorties that were like, that the news was using to kind of like paint a story against him came out and said, oh no, they're taking my clip out of context. Like, we've had a consensual relationship the whole time.
When he was having the rough sex with the chick.
Even other shorties.
I don't know, man. I listen, you know I fuck with you guys. So it's a long way, you know what I mean? Pause. But like, you guys fuck with Tate, and I'm like, I don't know, bro. It's hard to like weather through the storm with certain guys. It's super problematic, bro.
I mean, in terms of like, oh, like you guys rock with Tate, like I don't like watch Andrew Tate every day.
Yeah,
you know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
yeah.
There's definitely like a phase in my life where I was doing push-ups and like, you know, like trying to like lock in and like there was helpful Andrew Tate content, or there might have been funny Andrew Tate content, or you know, like.
Is there anybody you guys agree with 100% of the time?
No, because like you were just mentioning, I rock with crazy, but like there's a lot of shit I don't agree with.
You know, and like I feel like you could utilize certain people for certain stuff, because Andrew Tate is like my Gary V, but for like physical life and like man shit. Like, Gary V, the way he speaks is like, oh, are you a fucking idiot? You're not gonna post on TikTok? What are you, a bitch? I'm like, I guess I'm not. And like, I kind of like that. You know, I need to get paid to do something, you know, and then Andrew Tate has that same vigor. So because like that maybe translates to other aspects in his life, you know what I mean? Like maybe certain women might not rock with him or certain blah, blah, blah. But
it's kind of like, you know, R. Kelly make good music. Just beat on a couple people.
I think if you really want to like assess the impact of Tate, you have to look at how he's changed a lot of young men's lives, especially in a time where it's a very like feminized society and men are feeling neglected, or we don't have these figures to look up to. Like a lot of dudes started making money because of him, or started getting in shape because of him. Maybe it helped their game. So it's like whatever like issues he has in his life, or whether those are true or not, like it's not for me to speak on. All I can speak on is what I know. He said, you know,
they said he's a bad role model for young boys. Me, I personally think he stopped simp culture and stopped incel culture, bro. He's like, okay, imagine being a young man and like you don't have many real like male role models in your life, and someone's telling you like, stop smoking weed, stop focusing on pussy, stop focusing on distractions, and like lock in, like build up a business, work out. He's not telling men, oh, go storm the Capitol, oh, go R-word a thing. He's saying, no, build yourself up to be the best man you could possibly be.
Yeah, be a man.
You know what I mean? Like, and even Kevin Samuels as well. Like, he'd be saying shit like, oh, if you're not working 80 hours a week in your 20s and 30s, then you're a punk. I'm like, yo, 80 hours a week is kind of crazy, but like, I like the mindset behind it, you know?
And men still work 80 hours because it might not be at the job, but you're doing other things.
But I do want to add that I do think there's a equally negative aspect of his impact, because like a lot of kids might like in schools, like in England and stuff, a lot of them were like repeating his rhetoric and trying to like undermine like girls or like devalue them because like, oh, I'm a man, I'm the alpha, you're the female, like stuff like that. So I think obviously it has to be in conjunction with like how your parents raise you and other factors. Like you can't just listen to Andrew Tate as like your god.
But I think that's like where the school system and like the parental system went wrong. They just said, oh, he's wrong, don't listen to him, blah, 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 instead of explaining the nuances within it. You know what I mean? Like a lot of them is, oh, he's red pill. Don't listen to anything red pill. You have to put all women on a super pedestal. Believe all women, me too. And like all men are bad. And it's just like, what young boy you think is gonna rock with that unless if he's already on the spectrum, you know?
And they ban him in the schools in England, but it's not like that the kids are not gonna go home and go watch his videos when they get home, right?
Yeah.
In the rebellious age, they're probably gonna rock with him even more.
Yeah. That probably didn't work. But yes, I don't know if it's salute to Andrew Tate, but salute to Andrew Tate. You guys fuck with him, so I fuck with him.
Nah, salute, bro.
You know what I'm saying? Well, I actually salute to Andrew Tate, but I don't know if I fuck with him. Okay?
Salute to the Tate brothers, both of them.
I'm gonna just do one last thing. I keep on leaving this Deepak lawyer thing off of the list here. But I will mention quickly. You know the Deepak lawyer guy, the cocaine lawyer, they call him all these different things, the guy who's Ryan Wedding's lawyer. You know he's out on bail. I don't know if you all know that.
After telling his client to unalive something.
And it happened, and they murked the wrong people actually, and then they had to go back and murk the right people.
That's the Canadian justice system for you.
He's on roads right now, fam. So, you know, I'm just gonna mention that quickly, okay? And we'll move on to our last story because we said a few things in our last few clips about him, or maybe I said some things in the live stream. So, like, bro, don't come for me, bro.
Broski's on the road.
No, but fam,
hey,
like,
cease and desist.
The guy Ryan Weddings is like, what is he? The number one
Narco
the
terrorists?
FBI's number one most wanted.
That's crazy.
Okay, the FBI, not the Canada friggin' whatever. The FBI wants him, bro. Like the man's narco international drug dealer. I'm thinking, okay, they got his lawyer. I'm not saying like he's fried, but I didn't expect the man to touch road like
if he's on bail though, like how you think he's gonna like off it?
I don't know, bro. These guys have a way more power than I knew existed until I found out this man existed. I didn't know Ryan Wedding's name was a thing until like 3 months ago, bro.
And as a lawyer, he probably knows the system in the sense of like, okay, the charge that they have me on is not even that crazy. If I do get convicted, it's probably gonna be like a year. But there's this. But they're saying that he gave them the idea.
Give him, you should kill them instead of so that they won't testify.
But it doesn't sound like they're charging him for conspiracy or RICO or anything. Because if they let him out on bail, it's not going to be a felonious type shit, you know.
Well, shit, he might have enough pull,
I was on bail on a felony
money
still.
because they're a freaking international narco organization.
Yeah,
right, to touch roads. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So, bro, like, man's on road, fam. That's all I'm trying to tell you guys, okay? What was the question you asked? About the... what his charges was.
Is he like an accessory? Is it like... is it something to do with breaking the legal like code as a lawyer? Like you have certain rules you have to abide by.
Let me see if I can find his charges here. I'm going on ChatGPT right here to see if I can find this. Summary of charges. He's accused. The American authorities have charged D. Park in connection with alleged crimes linked with drug trafficking organization of former Olympian Ryan Weddings. His charges.
They're saying he's like part of the operation.
Yes, but conspiracy to commit murder. 1, conspiracy to retaliate against a witness. 2, 3, drug trafficking facilitation and associations with ongoing criminal enterprise. 4, bribery, facility, and
these
criminal conduct. Felonies. Like, fam, the man's on road, fam. That's all I'm showing. Like, this is some heavy charges, bro.
That's crazy.
That's not like little hood man spun the block charges.
No, he sounds like he's cooked. Like,
he's on road.
Money, man.
I don't think he's on Canadian roads anymore.
I don't know, bro.
I don't know.
I just wanted to give you guys a...
Whoever read Ryan Wedding is, he's in the next room still.
No. I just wanted to put that out there, PSA, or maybe a warning. But like, man, like this on road right now. Okay, just be aware. Last thing I have for you guys here, on a light note so we can end on, rappers' chains are a trap is why I have this title. Okay, Fabio Foreign, fallen off rapper, just went and purchased a new chain, and I want to show you guys what it looks like.
It is an insane chain, though.
Right, yeah.
Icy. Heavy, real speakers.
Fabio Foreign shows off his new movie theater chain that actually plays movies.
That's icy.
Right? So, yes. Fabio Foreign, who hasn't had a hit since the pandemic, is just bought a movie theater chain. Do we need to have a conversation about the way rappers have been like bastard or like using this chain culture, running their money into the ground, fam? Like, you're telling me this guy got bread for a chain like that?
Okay, where do we start? Do you want to talk about chains and hip hop, or like, because clearly he has the money, he bought it, and it's clearly as a flex.
A lot of these mans be doing, they be doing finances and shit.
But I think it's a flex. It's one of those like, what I imagine is that there's gonna be a situation where like, you're chilling, there's a bunch of girls, you're with some of your homies, and you're the one who has this very unique jewelry piece that can play movies, and then a girl might see it and be spiced. Like, how come you don't have a movie themed chain? That is the only reason why I feel like you should have a chain.
He
like
has
that.
a whole
It's
like,
the flex.
That's where he has a whole wife and child now. Like the man just had a baby and shit.
We need to figure out a way, and maybe it's my old headness speaking, to mature hip hop a little bit. We might need to move away from these ridiculous chains.
Yeah, that's just, as a cinephile, as a person who loves movies and loves the movie theater, this is one of the stupidest chains I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah.
Like, that shit is fucking crazy, bro.
But the thing is, it's not the stupidest. You said one of the stupidest. right? There's been stupider chains. And with guys who I like, Cameron had the spinning globe chain that had the remote control. I know right now, in his 40-something-year-old age, he's probably like, I regret that purchase. That was kind of stupid.
T-Pain had the big-ass chain.
Big-ass chain that said big-ass chain on the pendant. He publicly said that he regretted that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Why do we continue Fabio Foreign in 2026 buying something that we know he's going to regret later on in the future? He don't have the money to support this, fam. So, like, our culture needs to unlearn this thing. Like, salute to Slick Rick. I love Slick Rick. But, like, his whole thing, he had mad chains, right? And it made me want to get chains.
But isn't, like, buying golds a form of investment?
Yes. But buying all these stupid freaking diamond freaking...
Yeah, busting it down devalues it a little sometimes.
Yes.
I think it's, like, rooted in, you know, the systemic racism, because I think because, like, for a lot of white people, for example, or Jewish people, whatever, like, what they do is they display their wealth in, like, more quiet ways, right? Because they have the opportunity to, you know, get these properties and other things that are, like, silent flexes. Whereas I feel like for a lot of the Black community in America, it had to be visual. It had to be you pull up in a nice car. It had to be you pull up. It's a display of your wealth, essentially.
I think that's one aspect of it. Well, I don't want to cut you off.
I think it's rooted in that. I think it's rooted in the fact that, you know, if you're in a certain community and there aren't, like, more wealth creating ways to display your richness, you have to do it in a way that's, like, literal and overt and in your face, like grills, chains, shoes, designer.
What about the Egyptians in, like, ancient Kemet times, where, like, maybe because Black people, African people, our history is so used to, like, being wealth, like just having an abundance of gold, an abundance of these diamonds that were, like, because diamonds were only given worth after a certain, like, was it like the 1900s, 1800s or whatever? So, like, maybe because this shit was all around, man, and we're just rocking beer chains and shit because, like, oh, this is just, like, a resource we have in our native land. So maybe it's, like, in our DNA to kind of, like,
yes,
and
that's a good explanation, and is the more esoteric, deep explanation. But now, as we're in, like, new times, and we know that we've seen examples of people who've spent their money in the wrong ways, buying mad jewelry, blowing their advance, shouldn't we start unlearning that? Like, we've watched different stages of hip hop, right? We've watched the white tees or whatever that were, like, super cheap. You can go buy a pack of white tees at the store, to, like, Versace shirts and stuff like that. And we are always trying to keep up. We could just not do the change thing, and then that's not a cool thing anymore, and still have other drip.
And, like, white people, they be wearing, like, $750,000 watches and shit. You know, that shit, like, oh, it's a Hublot, 1 of 1, type
no
shit.
ice on it.
But it's subtle. It's subtle, and it's almost meant to look like, I feel like in one regard, like, that chain is meant to be as obnoxious as it is. You know what I'm saying? It's meant to be like, yo, this is crazy. Whereas the watches are like, oh, it's just a little $750,000 thing. You wouldn't even notice, you know?
And mans are starting to do that more now. Like, guys are starting to evolve their thinking. That, like, I'm trying to get more guys to do, because there's guys who are like, yo, these are this is my Richard Mille this, and they're not adding ice to it anymore. Like, because Jay-Z and different artists have told them, like, you guys are fucking your money up doing this.
Now, when Kanye was saying, oh, the Jesus piece went to Mark and all them next shit, like, they were steering niggas in the wrong direction after.
Yes. And I think now that we have more information in the big 2026, rappers shouldn't be taking, like, they shouldn't be using the chain as the impression point, because they know that they're robbing themselves of their advance that they just got to get out the hood, fam.
But I don't think you can put it on the rappers, because as long as the audience rates the chains, the rappers are going to cater to the audience. The moment the whole audience one day decides collectively, yo, we're over jewelry, we're over chains that are like this, the rappers are going to stop doing it.
I got to stop you. The rappers create the cool that the audience follows, in my opinion.
I think it's a two-way street. And I think the rappers do set the trends, but I think those trends are catering to the audience, because that is what's working. So they notice, okay, when I pull up with a chain, I get a little more respect. And like, it's not even just rappers that do this. There are mans in the hood that like, they'll have chains in their Nike Tech Fleece, whatever. Like they might not even have money on them, but they have a $10,000 chain.
And then you're making yourself a target to get killed.
Yeah,
and
but
they're taking man's chains off their necks and shit and killing them for it.
But then that's a respect thing. Are you willing to die for your chain? And I think that's more where it's rooted as well, where it's like, it's a flex of not just your wealth, but your willingness to
like
die
no one's gonna try me.
No, and I understand because I've thought that way. I've done it. I used to. It was almost like an insecurity thing. Like it took me a while to let go of jewelry. I've let go of jewelry over the years of podcasting. If you see earlier episodes, I used to sometimes podcast with like 4 chains on and all that. It was like a security blanket. You know what I'm saying? But as my thinking evolved and stuff like that, and even when I sold some of my chains, like it kind of hurt me. Like, I'm giving away my power. But fam, I've had way more motion over the years, even since giving away the chain. So the audience doesn't need me to have all of these chains for the podcast to go up, unless maybe if we were sitting here rocking Ice and friggin' Richard Mills and all that, then we'd have like 1 million views on one of our videos.
But like it does add perception. So like when I'm booked on the same parties as DJ Snoopy, and I'm on stage and DJ Snoopy is right beside me, I'm like, yo,
chains on, yeah.
I'm like, I know it looks like this, like it looks like we're in different leagues right now, probably, and like we're probably, you know what I mean? We're probably on the same level type shit, Y'all
like, probably might have got paid the same amount for the night. Like there's only so much money going around for the party. You know what I'm saying? But he looked like he got paid 5 racks to be there, and like you only got paid like a rack or whatever.
I'm the towel boy. I'm just here to give niggas drinks and shit. What the fuck?
It's like, nah, bro. Like we all went to the promoter and he gave us the same amount.
I do agree with what Natural said with like, certain people's like cultures, gold is like a valued thing. It's a metal that like has spiritual connotations as well. But when you were saying that it was like a safety net, I think for a lot of Black people in America where their value wasn't seen equally in the eyes of the law and society, it was like a way to prove your value either to yourself, to your community, or maybe even non-Black people, where it's like, oh, well, like, you pull up, you have an expensive piece of jewelry that this white dude doesn't. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think and maybe if there's more inherent value where it's like, yo, I don't need a chain, I'm already, blessed, then we can start to shift the mindset. But I think for a lot of people, those the impact of colonization or like white supremacy kind of is still reminiscent.
And the thing is, like, a white man can walk on the road, dress regular, and people aren't just gonna automatically assume he's broke.
Yeah, if anything, they might assume the opposite. They assume he's rich.
Exactly. If a Black man is just walking on road regular, like they treating him like he's just a regular bum nigga, like you have to kind of just show like, oh wait, no, I've broken the average. I'm a part of the 10%. I'm a part of the 5%.
Look at my chain.
Okay, and let me ask you this: if a white dude was walking down the street with a drippy chain, like spinning everything,
I would think he's broke. And
yeah,
it's
like
the opposite.
Like a ghetto white.
It's the opposite still.
Exactly.
Or he might be like some white rich guy that's really trying too hard to be down with the brothers.
I can't even see that though, because like even like those rich like Italian mobs, they have like a one chain.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They might have a watch or a ring. Yeah.
But then you see how it's we'll end this, but like it goes right back to like a bunch of chains. Oh, so brothers, this a Black thing. Like we've made this so much that it's like it's a thing, and maybe we need to unlearn it, and we'll save some money on our lifestyle, fam.
But is it like, okay, if you buy gold and you're able to hold it, like let's say a rainy day happens, doesn't the value like for the most part hold?
Of course.
So like,
that's the strategic way of thinking about it.
Okay.
The rapper who just got in advance, they're not thinking about it like that, bro.
But who knows? Maybe they are, like, in the sense of like, okay, if I have $100,000 like in spending money, I'm gonna spend it. But if I put it on a chain, then at least like I still have 100,000 in savings, but I can still rock this type shit.
It's like an asset,
It's an asset if you just bought a piece of gold.
Because you're gonna have to melt down that chain if you really want to.
The jeweler's gonna tell you, oh, that chain that you bought for 100,000. Oh, now that you fell off, I'll give you 20 for it.
Nah, 20 is crazy. I feel like even if you get like a 70 for it, like
you still lost 30.
But it's still better than just running through your 100 bands and now you smoked it or like you spent it on pokes.
Take your 100 bands, save half of it, maybe invest a little bit of the other 50,000 and not buy no chains.
Okay, let's say you invested in Vine and then now Vine went bank. Like now you just lost your investment.
Okay, or you bought a chain and lost 30 racks after you went broke and had to go to the pawn shop.
But you could sell it still. Like it's still, even though it goes down in value, it's like you didn't lose as much money.
So you guys are trying to rationalize to me why you're freaking spending all your money on jewelry.
I don't think spending all your money, but I think if you allocate some to like,
you just said the man got 100 racks. It just goes buys a chain.
No, I said 100 bands spendable. 100 bands, let's say his advance was 500.
Yeah.
And like, let's say in his budget, he budgeted like.
That's a way different story.
Okay, I'm gonna have like 100 bands and like excess money.
These niggas ain't doing I'm taking 100 bands out of my 500 bands and not thinking about the taxes that are going to come out later on. So that 100 bands is really 250 bands.
Yeah.
So now you spent 100 bands out of your 250 bands.
Mm. And I think with chains, in a lot of cultures, a lot of it is reserved for women. Like jewelry is like, I'm not saying it's exclusively for women. Men wear jewelry too, but like majority of it, especially for like a lot of Muslim countries, like it's more associated with women. And I think it goes back to what we were saying earlier with like using feminine things to attract females. Because I feel like a lot of it is to get girls, bro. I feel like
brought it full circle.
Yes.
Y'all niggas is gay wearing your chains.
No, you actually using it to get girls. That's the opposite of gay.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah. Wearing a bunch of girly ass chains. But yeah, we'll end it there. Salute to Fabio Foreign, I guess. All right. Go check out the interview on the channel right now, man. Fabio Foreign interview available for you.
Jeez.
All right. But let's wrap it up here for the evening.
Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please make sure to check out these other videos on the screen and make sure to like and subscribe.
We love hip hop.